Okay, so we are now up to our next edition of Pathfinder. Few notes for people who have been watching. Yes, there will be a Lich tonight.
At least it's not a liching.
Well, it could be a lynch instead of a Lich. But it is session number 108, or season 5, episode 35. And it is the 4th day of the 6th month of the year, 4710. At the table today, we have Mark.
Hi, I'm playing Scar, the Orc Barbarian, with his great Tyrannosaur with his 2 pets, I believe Giant and Fang. I'm here to hopefully not get out of this dungeon soon.
Hopefully to not get out of this dungeon soon.
No, hopefully get out of this dungeon because he misses the wildlife. He's a bit of an outdoor person. So.
Yes, he's been stuck here for years, I say.
Considering he's a hunter and a kind of tracker, he's
You've got the cave dwelling animals and things like that.
No, it doesn't count. No, it's got to be outdoors. Yeah.
Also at the table today, we have is Ross.
Yes, I play Andre, who's a spirit hunter, the follower of Phasma.
And a spirit you have found.
Yes and no. He's a bit more physical than
Well, he's someone who hasn't passed on as per the decree of Pharasma. I'm sure if you tell him nicely that his time was up 10,000 years ago.
Yeah, I could already know what his response is. It'd be bugger off, you mortal. Yeah, we're now in a dilemma of facing a Lich who has been who's been tortured by a god. So, yeah, I don't think there's much that we can actually do to it other than annoy it.
Well, he had been the equivalent of quartered every minute for 10,000 years. I'm sure you can add up exactly how long that would be, how many times he got cut into tiny little pieces.
And he's getting out of bed in a good mood, I can tell.
Well, actually, he's probably now not going to be looking at us. He's probably going to be wanting revenge on whoever threw him under the bus.
The goddess of wrath.
No, somebody must have told the goddess.
Oh, true.
Yes, but most of those people will be long dead now.
Yes, they'll be long dead, but their spirits might be around somewhere.
Most spirits are generally hard to access after at time.
Yes, and I know the person who can get you in contact with them.
Pharasma can't necessarily get in contact with them.
No, but you can cast judgment and then put them in the right way.
If the spirit hasn't already had judgment in over 10,000 years, something's going wrong, yes.
The artist is back in the queue.
Also at the table today, we had Peter.
Greetings. I am playing Lord Willy Won Kenobi. Unfortunately, I haven't created a replacement character yet. But
That's okay, you have a backup.
I do, but I don't know that I've actually got her
Ready.
Pathfinder 2 stats available. And I'm pretty sure that...
Well, she was built in Pathfinder 2.
Oh, she was too.
Yeah.
Quite right.
She
I
was
still don't
first
have the
level.
stats though.
She never got past first level.
We are, I'm pretty sure we are screwed. The idea that Parry can get us out of this is, well, firstly gets us into it, and then he's going to get us out of it. I don't think so. Not so much.
Well, hey, it is Parry. Parry does have a way of making life interesting.
Terminally interesting, some might say, but sure.
Hey, it's unlike some other characters who we could name that have a good reputation going onwards of messing with the party and continue to mess with the party.
You take out a few bad decisions and you might just be labelled.
Well, hey, this party has heard of Pinwinkle since you stopped playing him many times.
And then we're going to Sparky, and then I think I need to get some sort of court arrangement where they've reduced this kind of, Yes, no, I'm not going to say more.
Okay, and online today we have Jeremy.
Good evening, all. Yes, I'm playing Zathrop Kalangamol, the gnomish alchemist who, let's say, he loves a good giggle during the fight, but settles down and studies hard when the subject interests him. And of course, he's a wonderful medic, just ask him.
Yes, the
He's happy to participate any time.
party losing most of their medical support that they were used to. Did make a bit of a difference. We did lose half the party in one night.
You did, but
Yeah.
it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. And online today we also have Josh, who will be playing 2 characters tonight.
Hello, I'm Josh. I mainly play Harry Potter, the buffest wizard known to man. And I'm also playing M's character, Switchsilver.
And what do you remember of M's character, and do you have access to the stats?
Now, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure I do. If not, I hope that her computer is open.
It is always interesting.
Yes.
Oh,
She
actually,
doesn't lock her.
I believe she's the leader of the party too. So she can tell Harry what to do in the situation. See what I did there? Yeah.
Or I do.
Well, she was the leader of the party that joined you, and it's more likely you joined that party instead of that party joined you.
That's how I took it, yes.
No.
Yes, because
Oh,
of Willie not wanting to be the leader whatsoever.
Yeah. And that's
No,
going to be my excuse if people go, why didn't you take over leadership?
Wow.
Technically, there's more of the new party, isn't there?
Yes,
or the
that's
old party,
correct.
depending on how you carry it.
The new to the campaign party.
Yes.
But
The party to have a party. Yeah.
yeah, but we've been here the longest.
I don't know. It's hard to say yet. We don't officially know the both start dates. So.
Well, you did know that they entered the dungeon more than a year beforehand.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yes.
Because remember, we met the ranger outside.
Oh, yes, we did.
He's also part of that group. He's been there for over a year.
Yes, okay. What time?
Though he has a split personality, and he gets to talk to the other personality quite regularly, as it walks off on him.
Been there before. Yeah.
Anything not to be lonely.
The fact that his personality has its own body is an interesting side effect of the dungeon.
Right. So you mean there's going to be evil doppelgangers of ourselves running around?
It's not doppelgangers. He literally is both bodies.
Yeah.
And his personality is split between the two of them. So one personality is more helpful than the other body. But they're the same person.
Does it mean he's got twice the amount of hit points?
Hard to tell. Because it's a curse.
But he can provide his own flanking.
That is correct.
Which helps out M's character.
Okay, so last session we had the amalgamation of parties as we've just talked about, as we were saying goodbye to trying to get the right characters, not the wrong characters. Is we had Deuce's farewell, followed quickly by Sparky and Cordar's farewell.
Sparky fell. Sparky just died. Yeah. I'm going to be honest about it. So there was no farewell from anyone, Sparky. So.
I gave you last rites, and
Oh,
I
you
did
did.
pray that your soul would go on to all the good gods should look after you and take you away. Even though you backstabbed us and you tried to kill us, and you're a son of a... Anyway.
There's more to it you don't know about, but anyway, that's okay. But from an outside point, I can see your point.
And the fact that there were so many demons trying to claim the soul there.
So many.
It wasn't
So-
my
But
fault when
obviously
we all
you-
failed.
So the basically
The most
scene out
important
of
part is-
Constantine when he gives the finger to the devil.
Yeah, I was.
Yes.
I mean, the problem is that Constantine got away with it. I don't think I did. So, yeah.
But the most important part is Cordar did not die of malaria like he said.
An interesting point for Cordar to be proud of.
Yes, just got stabbed many times. Yeah.
He became a pincushion.
got 20 stacks in there.
Which is actually quite interesting because it actually ended up the way that Bradshaw said he would die.
Yeah, well, that's a smarter character in D&D.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been through that once, by the way, yes.
Oh no, you haven't been through that once because if you did, that's the only way you go to Dwarven Heaven.
True. I know, that's a long story there. I'm going to leave that for another session. That's for next Friday.
It is for next Friday. Okay, so you had gone through quite a few trials. You had made it through a mind-messing maze. Finally made it to the end of it. Rescued the body that was being constantly dismembered. But you did rescue because you stopped the dismemberment. And then you freed them before you even checked anything.
No.
Parry freed them.
Parry freed them.
We point fingers at those who did wrong. And we lost our poor tentacle buddy.
In the case of Willie, you don't point little fingers.
So, does that mean he's actually following in his parents' footsteps?
Quite possibly. Okay, so amusingly, they did have if you release him, he does make a statement. And just to revisit that statement from last session.
Yes.
He speaks in a strong voice. To move again after so long. I must thank you, liberators, for breaking my chains. I am free now. Free to exact my revenge. Free to work my will again upon this world. Allow me to reward you, to free you of your own prisons of flesh.
Oh,
Be the first in eons to feel my wrath. Well, he was a servant of the god of wrath.
But you didn't want to talk to me because I got pushed back with you, I think, originally. Or did I get knocked unconscious or something? From memory. So I think I walked up there first and I got...
Yeah, we dragged you away because you wanted to do something.
No, I failed my will save.
Yeah, you did fail the will save.
Yeah, so
You were currently unconscious.
So,
and then I think Parry went up and wanted to have a chat.
So I am going to give you an initiative roll to see what you do. Do you escalate? Do you talk? Do you attack something that is a little bit beyond your league?
okay, that is...
17.
That wasn't a 17.
16.
It was cocked.
12.
Yeah, I did roll a
17.
17 anyway. I did not want to roll high.
Shit.
So you get to add your perception to it.
Yeah.
So what is Mark's?
28. I didn't want to roll high. I'm not
Okay,
barbarian.
what is Ross's?
30.
Oh, good.
Bloody hell.
No, but the thing is, I already worked out what I'm doing.
Awesome.
Oh no.
Praying?
No. No one's moved Scar's body. From the
What did Sarthrop get?
14.
You're obviously waiting to see what everyone else does. What about Willie?
23.
And what about, we'll start with Parry.
29.
And what about with, I got to get the character's name because I
I'm
hadn't
just getting the character sheet up.
Silver or Elf Girl?
Elf girl for me.
No, it's basically the
It's
entire
barbarian thing.
Basically, we'll all be calling it Elf Girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she told me to call her Silver.
Yeah, but she
Yeah.
accepts elf girl from me.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
No, it's Elf Girl from us if we're annoyed at her.
Alright. She's used to my intelligence.
It looks like her computer's not playing games at the moment.
Yes, because it heard that you were going to marry her.
Yep.
I think
Yep.
she's plus 13 or something like that.
Yeah, she was quite high.
Yeah, be right, she'd be right.
Okay, so... what was that?
14. Yeah, and they finally actually added the audio on there, so I can put my wheelhouse screen on when I roll a 1.
And fireworks when you roll a 20?
I don't know what I put as a 20.
Okay, so what was...
Never happened.
So Swiftsilver will just be in the not acting this game until you can figure it out. Okay, so you get the pontification coming from Thybos as we move on to Andre.
Yes, I am going to move Scar's body away from the stairs and wake him up.
Live, shook. And what process do you use to wake him up?
Okay.
Is it the slap, the tickle, the kick, the...
Okay, knowing
pouring
as a
water?
barbarian, slap is one of the most stupidest things to do.
Slap.
Because I would do slap if I wanted to get into combat, because I will piss him off. But no, I'm going to use...
Just ask Willie. Someone slapped him and he slapped back.
Yeah, but the thing is, the two things you do not slap: barbarian and martial artist. Make it even worse if it's a barbarian martial artist. Yeah, I'll just be using medicinal smelling stuff.
Do you have a medicine kit?
Yes.
Okay. So you spend an action to revive.
Yes. I'll just be ignoring the...
Okay, so you go from this horrific dream to
horrific smell.
a smell that just completely assaults your senses.
Which is familiar.
I'm not sure he ever wants to remember that smell.
No.
Okay, not again. I can't think of it because I've had this smell before. So it's like, yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to Parry.
Yes, one that who we all our lives depend on. Right.
I'm gonna have a discussion with Lich. So it's going to go along the lines of we prefer to stay as we are. However, we have set you free to the point where you can exact your revenge, as you stated before. We merely just want to leave, honestly.
Okay. So I'm gonna make that I think it's persuasion in this one.
Persuasion?
Because
Diplomacy.
Diplomacy.
diplomacy. Charm. We'll go charm.
No such thing as
No charm.
So you have
Yeah, diplomacy.
diplomacy, deception,
Diplomacy or society
there's
is
performance,
like one,
performance.
or deception. So if you said anybody can be a 20 shot or a shot.
Oh, I think this is his performance is there and diplomacy is there. I think it's either one of those two.
Maybe diplomacy.
I think diplomacy sounds more.
I would think diplomacy is going to be best. You're trying to talk him into not killing you and or us. Did this guy introduce himself at all?
Sort of.
I mean, like, well, the point was, do we know whether or not he's actually the Zerdon that was being talked about as being the one that had betrayed his god?
Well, it does appear to be the one that betrayed his god, but it is definitely he did introduce himself as Thybos, which you did realise was one of the other names on there.
Right.
So definitely is a diplomacy check in this case because he's not really lying, unless you want to try lying.
No. He might not really want to get out of here. He might want to die.
Well, if he's lying, that's then a deception, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
Or he does want to give up his flesh suit.
Yeah.
But Parry is all about the flesh.
I know, right?
Which is why it's a different Parry to have the shard of pride in him than the shard of lust. I'm not sure if we could take Parry with lust.
Nope. That would be just Intervention.
Are you sure?
Petty whistle.
No. No shard.
Yeah, hasn't got the shard yet. I'm sure he's going for it.
He's looking for it, trust me.
What makes you say I'm looking for it?
I said Pinwinkle's looking for the shard.
Yep. Because then he becomes super high for each to have flushed.
You can get the
20 sucky boy serpents. Yeah.
then there is a special sword of lust as well.
Oh, just like a sneak attack. Well, oh, I want to play this.
I now have M's character sheet. Right.
Okay. So, what are you going to roll to convince him that?
It was going to be diplomacy.
Diplomacy? Diplomacy it is?
Yeah.
Me coming really early really doesn't make any difference to like add bonus or anything like that. I'm just looking for anything to help Harry here, okay?
We shall
30.
see how Harry goes. Harry got a 30.
That's alright.
Jeez, that's alright.
I can live with that.
It is very good.
It's that because I rolled 19.
Yeah, I can never even get that. Highest I can get is 28.
So you got a diplomacy of 19?
No, I rolled a 19. I got a diplomacy of plus 11.
Total of 30.
This gives
It's definitely a make an impression thing.
Lynch's love buff characters. I've heard. The buff is wizard, no domain. Surely there are some bonuses there.
Okay, so he does seem to pause as you talk about not, freeing you of your body, and he starts admiring your body as you're saying that.
Perfect. This is exactly the way I want.
So he's gone from unfriendly to indifferent. He wasn't exactly hostile because, he hadn't gone into the whole attack thing.
So is then Harry going to start flexing and doing his...
And so other people can jump in if they wish to in this duel of words. Or just make themselves scarce and let Parry take it for the team.
Well, if I'm laid down, I've woken up, it's going to stand up, that's all I'm going to do. That's all I want to do. But I'll make sure that Parry is doing all the conversation here.
I'm watching both Parry and the Lich, and I'm also watching our priest as I slowly saunter away from the bulk of the party.
So in case they all die in one big flashy...
That's it. Fireball's a horrible thing.
And I'm just making sure my pet's a fair way away.
Oh, don't worry. No matter where you go in the room, he can hit you with the same spell.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's why I haven't even bothered moving.
I just looked up his worst spell.
Yay.
My character doing what he can.
Okay, so Parry's done that. What does Parry do to continue as he's sort of admiring you? He does ask who you are.
Oh, who I am? I introduced myself as Parry Otter, the buffest wizard known to man, given the nice flex of
Doing the Johnny Bravo flex, yeah.
Yeah.
am I?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Parry is willing to basically make an offer of taking the champion's symbol of wrath and trying to get as much information around the symbol and assist the Lich in exacting his revenge on the people that put him in his confinement.
Okay, so that's going to be another make an impression roll on him to be able to give him a either helpful or friendly attitude. If you can make it helpful, he will definitely bend over backwards to help you. Maybe for other reasons too, but hey, he's a Lich.
It's been a while, he's been stabbed a lot, personally.
And you've never heard of a Lich lasting this long for your Cleric of Pharasma, except for one of the demi-liches known as the Whispering Tyrant.
29 months.
And he was strong enough to take on gods.
Well, this one has been pestered by a god for...
So a total of 21 this time?
29.
29. Okay, another epic roll there. Okay, so you do move him up to friendly. So with that, he does think, well, maybe you could actually be of service to him. As he does remember a family of hotters from his time.
Potters?
I'm willing to go into the depths of Parry's family tree and the wonders of reincarnation and...
Well, your family tree is so messed up, you have no idea how many branches there are.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not sure exactly how old your parents are.
Yes, that too.
So you've got hundreds of first, second, third cousins as far as you know. But they may actually all be siblings. Simply because they're from a different set of reincarnations of your parent.
Yeah.
So they're not exactly siblings because they're not the same parents, but they're the same parents. Now figure that out on a family tree. And apparently a lot of them are found in Riddleport.
Sounds like they play banjos quite a lot as well. Just saying.
Well, I just think of deliverance and stuff.
Okay, so he may actually be in your family tree from what he's saying.
Hey. That's actually really interesting.
Which means your parents may have been jumping bodies for 10,000 years.
That honestly doesn't surprise me.
Always leaving before someone shows up to burn them down.
Yeah, I wonder who.
Yeah.
Okay, so he will happily open a portal for you home if you agree to work for him.
It's just Parry, right?
I mean... Parry will probably run along the same realization that this could possibly be family and...
And therefore should be avoided at all costs.
And basically make a deal with Lich. So
What could go wrong?
what could possibly go wrong?
And
This
he
favor
says,
is going to come back and bite me later.
all
but
that
that's
serve him
okay.
can go home, he says.
Or
What if you want to stay and talk to you and learn about learn about your time?
He is happy to keep you here forever if that's what you wish. He could do with another unliving servant.
It shouldn't take me forever until to find out everything you need to know.
I will step in and saying that I'm the only one that he needs. The rest...
Can make their own way home, I get that.
The rest will assist me, but not do the actions that I'm willing to do.
Well, if you're anything like your parents, then I'm sure that they're just not as limber, he says.
Don't persuade me with a good time.
For a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he says, if you become a Lich, you never have to worry about running out of energy, he says.
Thanks, but no thanks. I have a lot to learn.
Yeah, he doesn't like the skin condition that comes
Yeah.
with being a Lich.
So what is your offer for the others to leave here then, he says?
My offer for the others.
Yes. If they're not going to serve him.
The thing is, I can't promise that the party won't hinder him. They may not serve him, but they won't hinder him.
Confused.
But I can't make promises for the party saying that they just won't, stop the Lich in its tracks once we get to that point. If it gets to that point.
He does say, let them speak for themselves. If they wish to serve him, he'll send them home. Hey, big boy over there, he says, looking at the big orc.
I'm kind of looking at my pets, but I'm trying to keep making sure they're calm and don't get too excited. Yeah.
Do you wish to go home?
Yes, I'd like to get back to the forest and stuff.
And you're willing to do whatever it takes to go home?
Oh, so we're willing to get rid of somebody that you don't like? Is that what I hear? So I was distracted with my pets. I do.
As long as you're willing to do whatever it takes to go home, I can send you home.
That's a bit open-ended, isn't it?
So's life, unless you'd like me to close it for you.
Oh, no. I've got things to do.
There's no rush. There's still plenty to see down here.
Right. So
So you don't want to go, he says.
Oh, look, I'd like to get out of this place. I'm willing to help my party member here, and I point to Parry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Good. I'll consider that a deal, he says.
Okay, I say we try not to sigh too much.
And he's happy you agrees. He turns over and looks at Willie. What about you?
I assume the question's the same.
Yes, would you like to go home?
I certainly would like to go home.
Would you be happy to do whatever it takes to go home?
No. Absolutely not.
You want to stay here forever then?
No, I want to go home.
Then what are you willing to do to go home?
I'm happy to consider doing work for you. Off the top of my head, I believe that a large proportion of what you might want I and the rest of this group to do would be well within my moral compass, shall we say. But I believe that possibly that may not be true. Now, keeping in mind that Parry was raising some crazy shit about us getting in your way, I don't know where the fuck that came from. The fuck are you talking about, Parry? What the hell? But I have no plans in getting in your way.
He pauses for a moment, thinks and goes, "Nah, that's good enough for him. It's a deal." Turns and looks over at, it will be Andre at this point. And you, Cleric of the Demented.
Oh, here we go.
The Demented.
Might be new characters, eh?
Yes.
The one who never picks a side, but their own.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Can I just put a calming hand on your shoulder?
No, the thing is, you already know that I do want to leave, but
Yes.
I do not.
Pharasma serves the Runelord of Wrath. So do you serve Pharasma?
Yes.
Really?
once he says that, I kind of just walk away. You see the bit? Just in case.
But I am, in the scope of things, I am insignificant.
He agrees.
And I would not be able to do anything to you.
But for me is the question.
Martin,
Yeah.
24 on Thassilonian law.
Mm-hmm.
Does the statement of Pharasma serves the Rune Lord of Wrath accord to what Zarkov understands from his studies?
You have never seen it listed anywhere, but you do see, you have heard from some of the Pathfinder journals of Karmagar that Pharasma is the only god that stands with the Runelords. And it was always in a lesser sense.
Yeah, and that was my thought, was the fact that, Pharasma appeared in the Godmouth Hollow. There was a statue of Pharasma along with the 7 Rune Lords. But, yes, it was, at that point, apparently somewhat equal. But even lesser, it's still not necessarily directly for Wrath. So,
And there's a good chance that each of the gods perceive things completely differently. As this is the first actual person who was there giving their impression of things.
yeah. So, but yeah, in that case, it's just interesting, because that's not what the book, that's not what history says.
Says,
I thought, like, Pharasma's still around, but the Rune Lords aren't, so maybe Pharasma changed the history, or wrote the history per se. History written by the victor.
well, Pharasma was a young goddess at their time.
Okay. Yeah.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Do you say that out loud?
So he looks at you and says, "So, what is your decision in all this?" Will you serve or be served?
Neither. I will neither help you or hinder you.
Okay, so he will take that as a oath.
I hate talking to beings of high power.
Been there before.
If you'll neither serve him nor hinder him, that's going to be a rather interesting life for you, he says. Meaning you cannot do things he asks of the others. Nor can you stop them doing it.
So be on the gears.
If you look in my direction, I just shrug. I think,
Is this what you wish, he asks. As that is what you have asked for.
I'll work out a way that it actually be, I can still help the party, but not help him directly. So if it's indirectly, it's not my fault, but I can't help him directly.
Well, you said not help him and not hinder him.
Yeah, but I meant directly. Indirectly, hey.
Shit happens. What can you do,
Yeah.
really?
That's the fates on that one. I'm wanting to make it that it's directly.
He is going by intention, not result.
Well, that's what I was doing it as intention.
You cannot intend to work against him, and you cannot intend to work for him.
Yeah, but if I'm intending to help the party, that's something different.
If they're helping him, you can't intend to help them. So
Okay.
for the intention, it is the same no matter the semantics, he says. The gods do not care about semantics. just results.
I hate them being black and white. Where's the grey?
The grey is for your explanations when you're being judged for your service.
Well, if I
The
might,
grey is your body when the Lich gets to you.
if I might, if we, for whatever reason, in a hypothetical sense, were to learn of his interest in a particular thing, and we agree to do that thing, we just don't tell you. And we just say, hey, we're going to do this thing. Do you want to help? And you're like, okay. And you just come with us. And we just don't tell you that it's working for him. That's all. I mean, you might work it out eventually, but at the time, you're not working for or against. You're just
He
coming
can
along to
come
help
up
us.
with an even better solution to that one.
Happy to hear it.
Do you accept your conditions of neither serving him nor hindering him?
I'm just trying to work out how bad that's going to affect me.
A lot. That is terrible.
Either options are not good and
For
Well,
Cleric of Pharasma,
like
that's
Correct,
really
If
good.
person,
you're not really in either.
Yeah, but the
side.
thing is, yeah, you got a Lich that is basically a demigod.
but a cleric of Paragma that's not opposing the undead.
No, I am sort of opposing, but not opposing. I am
No, you
basically
weren't gonna harm
witnessing at the
either.
moment.
You specified you weren't going to harm or hinder.
Yeah, I can't actually harm or hinder him. He's
Yeah.
a bloody demigod.
Yeah.
The only way that I could do something like that is
so
become an
once
demigod.
again, have you accepted?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay, as you say yes, he seems to disappear from your side.
Yeah, I knew that's going to happen. Yep.
Your character can never hear, see, or interact with any mention of him or his actions.
Cool.
They just don't exist.
Does that mean I've actually forgotten about him too?
Yep.
Cool.
You have no idea that he exists. Or why they're standing in front of this throne, talking to some, just talking to themselves apparently.
Hey, I've had that before.
Had what?
Yeah, exactly. I've had exactly that. It's really annoying. Trust me.
Then you see a cat walk through your legs.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Trust me.
Well, we had two characters who couldn't see or interact with each other. They could literally walk through each other's space and not touch each other.
Anyway.
Oh,
while I'm
that
looking-
bloody broke Parry. Honestly, I saw two beings smooshed in the same location and it just didn't make sense.
And both talking to him, and he would talk, and each would try to respond, thinking he was talking to them.
See, once you've said
Yeah.
that, I'm looking after Fang and Giant. Then I see another Fang, and I go, okay, and I still pattern that as well. So, yeah.
Okay, and he does go and look at Zarthrop and says, "Are you going to remain here or go back with your friends?"
Well, I mean, there's still a lot to look at and like investigate down here. But I mean, I've also done a lot of research already and got a lot to report and let the world know.
He does say that if you serve him, he will give you a way to contact and ask him questions.
Ooh. Well, actually, my question, Professor, do you know a Zuron?
He does. That was his wife.
Ah. Okay. But yeah, we helped settle her down too.
He is much appreciative of that,
Uh,
as that was where part of
Yeah.
his curse came from. Meaning he couldn't have freed him
Well,
until he
okay.
had settled her.
certainly, if there's the opportunity to chat again, hey, that'd be great. Yep.
Okay,
And I'll
so
get back and let the people know I'm here.
he hands Zarthrop a Sahedron rune medallion.
That can't be bad.
Oh,
So
goody.
why is the gnome giggling?
That's not the gnome, that's more Jeremy because he knows exactly what it is.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, why is the gnome giggling?
Well, you giggles all the time, don't we?
I think we have it just up there.
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah. Okay. I like Jeremy's new character.
I got that in relation to running the Rise of the Runelords the first time. Okay.
What was this guy's name again, sorry?
His name is Thybidos. Thybidos.
Okay. And he's husband of Zerdon.
Mm-hmm.
Or spouse of Zerdon, anyway. Hey. I don't think I've actually specified that. Particularly when they're 10,000 years old, probably doesn't matter too much.
Zerdon was the worm that walks.
No, that was the one that was behind the door that was just a pile of bones.
Yeah, remember the multiple sarcophagi that we had to walk around the twisting, turning bit? And
Not that one. That one wasn't the same one. This was the one that was just literally a room that had bones in it.
yes.
That was after that bit,
Yeah.
So there were many ways you could have had people die.
Oh, wonderful.
Okay, so now that he... so Josh, what agreement does M's character make in this?
I will go along the lines that M wants to play this spy, secret dweller rogue. Is that Swiss Silver is going to gather secrets and information for the Lich.
Okay, it's quite happy and makes that agreement the same sort of way he does with Andre.
She drops to her knees and says, "My life for you, my lord."
I was also going to go along the same lines of she's willing to keep tabs on the party, but I won't do that.
That's okay, we already have multiple characters doing that.
Yeah.
And it's covered because he's got the head on moon on the party now.
Okay, so he gestures and the medallion that is being held by that would be Parry's one.
Yep. The last one. Yep.
Flashes and you find yourself standing in the lodge in Magnamar.
Wow.
He managed to actually teleport you directly to a place he's never been or seen.
That's... yeah,
Wow.
scary.
But he left their ranger friend on the island.
Who?
Our ranger friend.
I said who?
Well, he'd left you all at some point anyway.
I'll make sure I've got both Giant and Fang with me.
You do. Each of them has a little necklace with a Sahedron rune on it.
I'll talk to Lady Harvest. That's the first. It's like, and yeah, like all back here. Look around. I think we should talk to. I'll look at Silver and our leader.
She goes, I'm just going to go get some rest and leaves it all up to you guys.
Hang on, no. You're the contact for Lady Harvest. So you can go tell her. Yeah.
She taps you on the shoulder and goes, "You're it."
You're the second in command, are you?
Well, looks like it now.
And she looks at Will and goes, "Unless you want it." Whoever
Okay.
speaks up gets it, that's how it works.
I'll look at Parry saying you might have to just explain all this, Parry, and Zerah, and our lovely gnome. I'll see if I can find out where I'll see who's around and see if I can find if Lady Hindmarsh is around.
Yep.
Was Lady Hindmarsh actually in charge when we left?
She was. She's been in charge of the lodge before you even joined.
Yeah. So I'll just go.
Yeah, no, it's more the case of, the first question would have been just confirming that Lady Hindmarsh was still in charge. So,
So I'll see if she's
I'm
around
sure
and see if we can
Harry and Willie can answer.
So basically, I'm the cleric as Eric the Viking.
That's all right.
You look around and go, "What are you looking at?"
But yeah, it's very interesting talking to Lady Hindmarsh.
Okay, so. Thank you very much. So yes, you managed to.
I put the inositol on the bench just so you wipe it out of your bag. Oh, actually, yeah, I'd love coffee. Thanks.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Cookies and cream here?
Thank you.
So yes, you find her in the office, looking a bit startled that someone bypassed her wards again.
Honestly, I have no idea how we got here.
I say, hi. Silver's just going to have a rest. She asked me to, and I just pointed at Harry Zahoff, and really said, can you please explain what's going on?
She goes, so you're back after being missing for over a year?
Yeah, there's a lot of explaining to do from, and I point to William Kay from their side, and a bit from our side. So, how
about we start with the ones who've been gone the longest? And she looked at you.
Okay. Well, I explained how we found this dungeon, how we got through it, and we're walking through, and we did lose. We don't know where our ranger buddy went. I don't know. I don't know, and Silver might, but she's resting. So,
Well, okay. Willie and Barry might.
No, but as I said, we don't know the ranger yet. So.
But are you talking Lady High individually? Like you're trying to give a.
Yeah, you're in the room, and I've asked to explain our party, if that makes sense, Jeremy. So
yeah. But I'm saying the fact that if you talk about our ranger friend, then we really would have come up in the conversations we've been figuring out with these other two for at least a couple of days now, I believe. That yes, we originally had a ranger guy called so and so that Harry and Willie would remember meeting on the island. Good times.
But I personally haven't had conversations. They can butt in whenever they want. So
yeah, I'll just slip that in.
Yeah, and I'll just say okay. And then we saw. I think we went to this room, and then we saw this dwarf rogue stab this warrior, and Silver, with her brilliant bow skills, killed the rogue. Then I found out that was Sparky, and the other one was Corda. And that's where we met the other party.
She said it was bound to happen at some point.
I'll let maybe Willie and Parry explain their side of things, but that's when we met together and we kind of joined up, but I'll let them explain where they got up to, and then we can go from the next bit of the story.
Dungeon's really basically a labyrinth. Up is down, left is right, right is left.
I will say that it seemed to be related to Wrath. I will also tell her that. And I believe we've got one of the sparks in a box, I think, still.
One of the...
We get a spark.
You've got the shard of the core body.
Last thing, yeah. So I explain where we got up to, and then I'll let Willie and Harry kind of fill in the blanks from their side.
So which one wants to speak up, Willie or Parry?
Parry will speak up. Parry will explain that the circumstances of stumbling into the fortress, and it was just as bent and twisted as what the party that's been missing for a year has explained. There was unfortunate circumstances where Duza has fallen, Corda has fallen, and Sparky has also fallen. So it was a very nasty location, to say the least. And we were very lucky to return here managing to find the lost party members as we came through. There was trials and tribulations requiring tests that would support Wrath and everything else.
But did you achieve what you set out there to do?
That and more, some might say.
Yes. I'm trying to remember what was our party cycle. We had to just investigate it, was it? Or I don't think you ever told us what we were doing in there for.
There was when you first left.
Okay.
Just trying to remember where I actually had all that bits going.
Didn't you also have a druid?
Oh, you guys can answer that.
Yeah.
But yes, we've acquired the Shard of Wrath.
It was basically to investigate the situation within the mountain.
And to beat the other parties that had already investigated in front of us, including a certain mutated alchemist that killed off anyone that was travelling with him.
The Tentacle Man.
Yes.
Yeah, he's in hell at the moment.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about judging him.
Sure.
Sure. I'll look at you and then I just look back at you behind those.
Considering he is wanted for many crimes against people.
Sure.
If you don't work with him, he has no compunction killing you.
Sure. Also,
From the evidence, the other party
There's a
offers,
more-
if you do work with him, they won't kill you.
Well, he killed the sailors as soon as they were no longer working with him.
Exactly.
and as a more minor issue, we released a Lich, 10,000 years old.
I didn't hear that.
She pauses and goes, okay, so much in line with releasing the demons and other entities of the past as well.
A little bit along those lines, yes.
Yeah, but a 10,000-year-old Lich might be a bit of a problem, even though we do have one roaming the lands already.
Now we've got two.
Now we've got
Matched
two.
pair, maybe. Who knows?
Well, the other one does claim she is a title. And
Okay.
deals in the blood coins.
Okay.
And I just say,
Coins that just continue to bleed.
okay. Does this Lynch have a name at all?
Rarely uses the name, and those that remember the name wish they didn't.
Okay, that's fine. That's cool. I kind of don't want to get involved in anything too bad.
Basically, if you know her name, she can contact you and use you.
Well, that's fine with me. By the way, I have a. I just look at Giant, Giant, because Giant's probably just. Since I'm a member of Dooz's clan, I've acquired Giant. Unfortunately, the other one wasn't able to survive, but I might need some help with the healing when you've got somebody that might be in the complex that can help you out, I think.
She should be able to arrange something, but first she'll be looking at doing some preparations for some, basically a wake for those who have gone.
I say, I hate saying this. Believe the Great Court definitely will try to bring, I think his body back to his family and do things like that. But he is, I know him from the stories I've heard, and he seems to be a great warrior, so he deserves on the wall, kind of thing. I don't say much about Sparky, because I don't really know.
She shall contact Sparky's family and find out what they wish. But even if Sparky did turn against you in the end, she was still a Pathfinder, so she will be given the honors of a Pathfinder. Doesn't matter if she went crazy at the end.
I'm happy to take Doozer back to the
Crazy isn't the word.
Murderous?
Possessed?
Possessed.
If it's okay, I say, can I take Doozer's back to the clan? I think it's away from the same clan.
From what she knows, Doozer would not be welcome back. Doozer failed the trial.
Okay.
But the priests of Goron would definitely provide a suitable burial spot.
Is there the priests in the city?
There are priests in the city, yes. Doozer would rebuild their temple.
Excellent.
And remember, that's where people went just before they're going on a trip, go and get broken arms and things like that.
Because I am my deity is Goron.
Marty's playing a here again.
Yeah, it's interesting. So I'll do that part of things. So,
When you go, I will accompany you.
yeah.
Okay, so she says once you see to Gorham, we will most likely have some time of mourning as well as preparation because there is much happening. And your characters will be leveling to 6 as you finally made it back.
Okay.
As the time advances to the next month.
So,
Well, that'll give Darkrock time to write up his report.
Yeah, same.
I don't believe in writing, but if you want to contact me to the Temple of Gorham, and
He would have to have done writing to remain in the Pathfinder Society.
okay, well, I'll attempt to do my barbarian writing, which is not great at all.
You may be very good at doing illustrations.
Yeah, I'm going to do a lot of certain illustrations like another barbarian, I know, and I just go
Barbarian got lost.
stick figures. I'm going to show an arrow going through sparky kind of, things like that. So yeah.
Either that or you could do illuminated books.
And then I'll try to do this while I'm talking to Fang sitting next to me and go, have I got that right? And then I'll see another Fang on the other side going,
Have I forgotten anything?
Yeah.
Woof!
No.
Oh, that's right.
No, it's a growl. It's a cat. It's a pad. That's okay. But no, not yet.
And occasionally the cat may go woof just to scare him.
Woof. Oh, sorry. Whew, you had a fright for me a second. It's like that. But I have one on one side and another one on the other side. They're both going, put a paw on that bit, pull on that bit. Kind of
And he
thing.
starts panicking when it actually starts talking back to him. And he can understand it.
That hasn't happened yet, but
No, it will happen. I know. I've been through Martin's Ventures before, so that's going to happen eventually. So I'll do that. I'll just keep an eye on how Giant's healing, I think.
Okay, so Giant has been taken to one of the local vets, and you get told that they will get back to you.
Are you paying for a regeneration?
He doesn't have that much.
Don't have that much trouble.
I'm sure they'll accept IOUs.
I'm just going to Giant check out first. That's all I'm going to do first, and then we'll see how we go from there. If I have to have a pray to grow and sing, if I have to accept Giant or not, we'll find out.
If you love him enough, or if you love Dooku enough,
Oh, it's not that kind of love, you understand? But yeah, I know what you're doing. But I'll go to Grow and see if I need to as part of my goal to destroy this dragon.
Okay, so the Temple of Gorham, well, War Cathedral and Fight Pit, has a big bout in honor of Dooza.
Okay.
Because, hey, Dooza always threw his fists in whenever there was a chance. And the trick to this bout is not to break an arm because that was Dooza's thing.
Funny.
That's funny.
So yes, I hand over the body. I hand over his weapons.
Did we pick up the other pet body or not? Can't remember.
You would have
yes.
picked that up.
Yeah, I'll take that with this, but just
So they will lay puppy with Dooza.
Now, Dooza asked me, I'm talking to one of the priests, I'm assuming you were there.
Yeah.
Dooza has asked me after he passed to provide, pull out the necklace, to provide that to his family. Is this something I can rely on you to achieve? Well, thank you.
Is it luckily for you, you have someone who can access the family, pointing to Scar, as they came from the same place, but are not banished from it.
I can take you there.
If it isn't like months away.
It is, yes.
But we'll get there.
This is something I've got to hold on to then.
Unfortunately, till then, unfortunately.
Crap.
But we'll do the right thing. So.
Okay.
The group has only been there once as they exited Karmagar on a month-long travel through the...
Yeah. Also, according to him, I was provided your god's blessing.
You can see the mark of Gorum on you.
Can you?
Yes.
Where is it?
On your spirit.
I hate when that happens. Okay.
Right next to the mark of Pharasma. Which
Well-
apparently is brighter.
I thought I got rid of that.
But it doesn't seem to be a curse.
Alright.
Seems you're blessed by 2 gods.
I like you more now. You've got Gorum kind of blessing.
That's
So.
my 2 gods.
Yeah, you're twice blessed. So was it? So Willie the twice blessed.
It's better than being thrice cursed.
Very true. I've been single cursed. That wasn't much fun either.
Well, you were twice cursed.
Was I?
Yes. Cursed by Pharasma and then cursed by Lord Hank.
Hank, that guy. Yeah. Oh, you mean like sort of
And yes.
wipe my scratch
And
marks?
he does say you also do have the symbol of Lord Hank on you as well, who seems to be claiming ownership of your soul.
Is Hank the cat guy?
Yeah.
While I'm talking to the priest, I asked for an update on the dragon, with my village kind of thing, and I'll just say, have we had any reports of this, the dragon?
Well, the dragon is most likely back up in the mountain tops, the place where people can't breathe.
Okay.
It comes down every now and then and causes mischief.
Okay, but any reports of locations or anything?
If I will
I'll leave
show
it.
a Varisian map to you.
Yep.
Where are we?
This is starting to remind me of an anime sort of.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, I know the one you're talking about too, don't I?
It's one
I had a
that-
similar kind of design
It's,
one.
was it the Seven Sins or whatever?
Yeah.
Yes, we end up becoming the
Okay,
dragon.
it does say that it would definitely be. I think it's in the stone. No, it's not. I don't think it's either the Wyvern Mountains or the Stony Mountains. I can't remember which.
Yeah, where would be more populated, I'm thinking.
It might even be the Mindspeed Mountains. I have to remember which one exactly they're in because there's
It's
quite a
something
few
saying
different
here
sort
be
of-
dragons.
Yeah, I'll just say, look, just still keep an eye on
I'll have a quick look at the mountain regions. So no, I've put notes in there.
And I'm assuming you can answer this next session down at now, so yeah. Because I thought while I'm in the temple, and I would have every time I go to the temple, I ask if they've heard any more news about this particular dragon that I really hate, kind of thing. But trying to get some more information on. The more information, the better it is to me, hunter. So,
Yeah.
And Gurum does want me to get rid of it.
So other than the weapons, and maybe the armor, if they want to keep.
Well, the temple is not interested in the weapons.
All the armor?
All the armor.
Okay. I will give all of that and any other magic items that Dooza had to the Pathfinders. Sparky is the same.
So it's the mountain top along the top here. So that's the Kodar Mountains. Almost Kodar Mountains, just missing the out.
That's alright. As I said, I just
And
asked you.
powerful.
Yeah. And this is probably the first time you heard me talk about this dragon, so ask a question you can ask.
So yes, they appreciate your wish to donate items, but they choose not to keep items with the dead because it invites looters.
Are these something that you might wish to pass on to other aspirants of your church?
They will earn what they get.
Understood.
It's not their belief to empower those, but to teach them to empower themselves.
Understood. Is there any cost for the rights to do so?
No, they value Doozer enough to do so because Doozer was a regular parishioner.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, I'll fork over 10 gold.
They appreciate it and give you a blessing in the name of Orum. Please.
I'm very proud of him today, by the way.
Those brush you, my sons, in strange symbols. Which, considering it's a cleric of Gorum, hopefully it's not a gut punch.
Oh, no, it's not a gut punch. It's a head butt.
If there were dwarves, I could understand that, yes.
While Nick and I just asked you, say, can I come back a bit later? I just want to talk about, Giant, and what would Goron want you to do. I want to find out if Goron wants me to let Giant bring or whether continue on kind of thing. So I don't want to see what their response is to that kind of thing. So.
Obviously, if they want Zarthok's future mount to stay with the party.
So Zarthok recommends Giant stay for the party, is that what you're saying, Jeremy?
Well, no, I'm sure that the Priest of Gore recognise that Zarthok's future mount should stay with the party.
Okay.
But I'll see if I can find a place where I can silently kind of pray to Goron and just ask Goron what would Goron like me to do based on it and see if I get any response or not. So.
Okay, so you get yourself into one of those nice little fire pits and get to practice your moves.
Yeah, I practice. I'll start off with just fists, and then I'll start working up to the great sword and just get myself in a bit of a frenzy kind of thing, and then that's my way of kind of I find that's often time Goron wants to talk to me. So.
We've actually run out of sorry. I'll have a quick look in the fridge and see what else.
Oh, yeah, just whatever this, don't make anything up here after. So, thank you. I'm just going to get myself into. I'll just tell Willie. I said, look, can you give me some time? I just need to discuss something with my DD. I'll beat you back at Pathfinder, and I'll go down the one, just get a fighting by myself, and just get myself in such a frenzy kind of thing, and just get myself worked up, and then that's the fine time I used to feel Goron's actually taking some notice of me kind of thing. So, and see if I get any sort of response based on.
You probably spent hours doing so because it's been a while.
It's been a while, and I've been underground for a lot, and I'm enjoying the fresh air at the moment. I feel a bit wind, If it's the city, it's still better than being out underground. So.
Okay, so why we have Star being busy, what's everyone else doing?
Filling out reports.
Parry's probably in the library.
I want to organise to have my homicidal dwarven buddy's body taken back to his clan, or her clan I should say, and basically going to write up a note to go back with to the family. The character's going to be pretty. I want to tell them what happened, but I want to, I guess, downplay the bad. If that makes sense.
When you're checking over Sparky, you notice that her clan dagger is missing.
Fuck. That was the one thing I wanted to make sure that went with the body.
You stuck it in the body.
Well, I thought I did, but
You made sure you did.
yeah, but that. Let's just say the bloody Sandpoint Devil's a bit of an a-hole, so.
He is?
Well, it could also have been the Lich provided transport. And, oh, that looks nice, got all of that.
I can't imagine he'd care. We've got bigger fish to fry. Alright. Regardless, I'm going to send the body back.
You know they won't accept it without the clan dagger.
Fucking hell. Alright.
That's basically the big gotcha on the dwarves. If they lose the clan dagger, they can never go home.
Alright, so I'll organise for a temporary, I hope, resting place until I can get the clan dagger off of Sandpoint douchebag.
You know, the Temple of Pharasma will definitely cater for that.
Alright. I'll
And luckily you have a priest with you who can, get you through the door faster.
I like Sandpoint douchebag.
What did you say? It's alright.
Well, I do have to fill out reports there.
Okay. You probably give more sparky stuff to the Pathfinders, don't you?
Yeah, probably.
And you may remember, I don't know if you watched Sparky hand over the Lu sword that he picked up on the island, I think. On one of the islands. So I'm not sure if you anyone remembered it.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if Parry or really remembered it, but Lady White Marsh had it, so it was a blue, loose, long sword, I think. So.
Well,
It's with
Yeah.
Lady
The sword that
Yeah.
the sword that the not Wraith, it was Dart.
Yeah.
And,
well,
It was actually Wraiths because it was the same thing that Doozle was in the end.
oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was the one that saved us in that little tower, I think. But I gave it a holiday home last to investigate what it is, I think, and that's when I left it before I went crazy.
well, Lady Homemarsh has still got it, so
Yeah.
yay. But
It
yeah,
does take months sometimes for the investigations to go through.
so the magic items that Sparky had, you give them over. Claude's magic items, happy to give those over, except for the bag. I'll let her know I'm keeping the bag.
She doesn't mind. She has no interest in touching that bag again.
The giant nutsack. Yeah, giant's nutsack. Yeah.
Because it basically still smells of it.
Of being a giant nutsack. Willie doesn't really care. I've had worse. Claude, we're going to look to...
Does anyone or does Lady Hindmarch recover the shard of greed? And does that need to be held in somebody?
She says it's only safe when it is held by someone. It's a lot easier to steal when it's not. But it will influence whoever has it.
Well, it was put in the box. Someone's got the box. It's not
No,
really-
no, it wasn't put in the box. It was left in Cordar's arm
No,
in
they-
his body because the
no,
whole body went in the bag.
No, we cut it out.
We couldn't put it in the bag.
We had to
Oh, that's right, yes. Yeah.
They literally cut it out and put it in the box.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right, I remember now.
Using tongues.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, Dooza actually has rather powerful magical gloves that someone could use to pick it up.
Sandpoint had a very good pair of skeletons.
So that's an interesting, another interesting item the group can utilize.
Well,
Well,
if it was on
asbestos
Dooza, it's
Uh,
now with...
It's not asbestos gloves, it's gloves that nothing can affect you through touch while you wear those gloves. Whatever you touch can't harm you in any way.
Okay.
So Pathfinders now have those gloves.
But whoever puts them on can never take them off.
Yeah, that's on. Okay. So looking to get Claude back home, to get buried.
She will make those arrangements.
Okay.
And most likely send the group along.
Okay.
Because she knows that his adopted mother, Koyel, would definitely appreciate it. As long as they don't kick down her door again.
Yeah. I write up.
She just rolls her eyes and goes, she doesn't understand why she agreed to Kangasero in the first place. Yeah, potential. Even if he did have a vampire fetish.
I write up my report fully. I explain everything that happened. I throw Parry under the bus like you would not believe. I make him sound like the biggest a-hole I can.
You're only growing his ego.
And I think Perry's going, my ears are burning. People are talking well about me.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting if they decide to compare reports.
Well, they always compare reports.
Yeah, the fact that I actually don't mention anything about a Lich. I go,
It's explained in my report why.
As you've seen the effects of those before.
Parry's preparing a report saying how I single-handedly broke shackles and
You freed the beast. Like you did the demons and devils and
Yep.
other things over time.
Yep, I am a menace.
You see a lot of pictures.
Yes.
My report once would have been more kind of illustrations with little lines underneath saying, and heads falling off monsters and things like that. So
When you're helping me with the having Sparky's body interred, my character's going to talk to you about Pharasma. About what Pharasma's all about and why you know, the conversation you had off screen
Yeah.
a while ago. Now that we've actually got some downtime, my character's actually willing to or wanting to talk to you about, you know, what you believe in, why do you believe it, you know, what you got all about, you know, why do you support your god, you know. Basically, I'm interested.
You've been marked by Pharasma, you want to find out about it?
Oh, basically all my life I've seen spirits, and I can talk to them, and a lot of the time I want to help them. And getting judged and moving on is the thing that I'm.
And Andre discovers that when he steps onto Pharasma's holy ground, his holy symbol feels exceptionally heavy.
Okay.
Good heavy or bad heavy?
Could that be that I've also got that task to go to find that squid guy in hell to get him?
It's most likely that, yeah. Could be anything else that you can remember.
it's good to sit back occasionally, not being fun of this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's usually the one who pokes that hole.
Yeah. I'm glad it's somebody else, Ross. Thank you very much. So.
He likes to spread it around.
Yeah.
And you get quite a few priests saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry to you for no particular reason." You're not really sure what they're saying sorry about, and you forget to ask before they head off.
I think you do what I'm trying to do is to talk to somebody. Just a suggestion. So.
Yeah.
So the problem is he forgets completely about it afterwards, but Willie's with him, so that's how come there's an actual memory of it happening.
Okay.
But yes, my character is interested in learning more about your god. And is
Sure.
looking for perhaps religious instructions, probably not the right way to look at it, but he's after more practical and personal revelations about your god.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you do end up finding a place for Sparky to be interred. They're going to put her in a gentle repose until further arrangements can be made, which means her body will not deteriorate and can be given proper burial rites if that was to come about. They have places they do that for people.
It's very generous. My character is surprised.
And then they give you the bill.
What's it going to cost me?
It's going to cost you 10 gold a month.
Okay. I will pay. I'll pay 6 months up front. I better make a note of it, or I will. Bad things will happen. When we go up our level, we obviously do training and that sort of thing. As is my standard OP. I take my Titan Heart and go, try to take a bite out of it.
You seem to leave a teeth mark this time.
Ah! I'll get there. I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, he carries a still beating heart with him.
That's how I roll, buddy.
You put my characters back.
He won it. Someone gave him their heart.
And it wasn't his wife either.
I'm sure that endeared him to his wife. To have won the heart of another. And try to eat it every now and then.
Problem is, the second I can eat it, I've got all this other stuff I got to do on the other side of it, if that makes sense.
I know. That's where having the long-term characters does have quite a few drawbacks.
So any luck with my trying to contact Goron?
Okay, so you feel as if Gorum approves of you taking on the dog as a companion.
I thank Goron and yeah, just to thank Goron, just to make and I'll make sure we do the proper burial for whatever we have to do. Take all the stuff back, clear it up with the clan, and I do ask the question because I'm constantly thinking about the strategy.
Well, you know you won't be going near the clan for a while because you don't have time to get there and back again.
No, that's fair. I just told Goron I will eventually finalise all this, so he just knows that I'm doing it. I will go check on the veterinarian and ask how Giant's going.
Okay, you do see that there are a few dwarfish smiths in the veterinarian at the moment.
Dwarven
Smiths.
Okay.
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger.
The
Faster.
$6 million puppy.
I go ask what's going on.
They're here for a consultation, they say. We'll let you know when it's finished.
Start to worry if there was gnomes here.
Is this for Giant? Ask out. I'm just asking for Giant.
They say it may help Giant or hinder Giant. We want to finish our consultations before we ask you.
Okay. Okay. I will be Giant's awareness, just please give me another thank you. I take Fane back to some practice at the pits as well. I'll be a heal kind of thing, attack, stop attacking kind of thing, and go from there.
But at least there's only one cat while you're in the pits.
And then, okay, it's all good. And, yeah, just look after Fane. I would like to spend some time with Giant just to get used to Giant, but I'll wait patiently. Then I'll head back to the Pathfinder side for obvious reasons.
Okay, so after you guys have leveled up, you're now level 6. You're sent on to Sandpoint for a farewell to Gorda, not Gorda. That was his previous character.
Before we go down that road, the what I assumed was magic armor and magic sword that we found in the room that burst into flames and tried to melt everybody. I want to get that identified, and if none of the party want it, then we'll sell it.
She does also give the characters some extra cash rewards there.
Because why not? You know, the fact that we released a Lich means we should get more money.
Okay, so the characters end up with an extra 200 gold.
Yeah, we could do that. Sorry, how much?
200 gold.
So is that also including our year's back pay as well?
Well, that's basically your Pathfinder income.
So the armor and sword?
Armor and sword she will go through. She puts it on the pile of stuff to identify.
We're going to Sandpoint. Okay.
Zarthrop spending the downtime, writing up reports and all the information that he found under there in that place about Thassilonian, reading up on any of the current information on Thassilonian and things like that, and also trying to determine more about this Heptagon rune and testing its ability to chat with Thibodos on at least a few occasions.
Whenever you say his name, you seem to be able to speak to him.
Okay, and he's responding.
He does respond.
Okay, and he's apparently been fairly helpful and answering questions and things like that about Thassilonian.
He does, and asks questions in return.
Okay, cool.
About, non-important things such as the rest of your party members.
Good, yeah, that's fine.
Sparky owed money to what town again?
Sandpoint.
Sandpoint. I thought it was.
Where your wife was. Yeah.
Yep, and it was how much?
I can't remember now. 1,000 or something, wasn't it?
About 1,000 or so.
Yeah.
You didn't take his debt, did you?
No, he took his the gem. The gem that I put somewhere to help pay off my debt, which I spoke to Willie about. So. Didn't talk to anyone else in the party, but spoke to Willie about.
Yes, I'm stealing this to pay my debt.
Well,
His
wife was all over me about it, so I had to make sure that I don't upset his wife any further. So.
Yes, you pay the debt with a cursed gem.
Well, whatever. You don't know if it's cursed. So.
No. Got a big problem off that.
Sparky's not here to argue with the situation, okay? So.
Could be a lot worse.
It could be a lot
Could
worse.
be, yeah.
If we're on the journey to Sandpoint, I'm just enjoying the outdoors the whole way because it's been underground for a whole year. I just smell of, things.
Great. Okay, and while you're traveling, you do have, you did get back from the vets that they were able to get Giant back up to 100%.
Nice.
With some dwarven limb replacement.
Can you explain a bit better? I'm just, simple barbarian, I say. Looking very sus about what they try to do.
You have a dog with a missing paw. They can give the paw back.
Okay, cool. Okay. Nothing else wrong? Because this is not my... And I explain.
Everything else seems to be fairly much okay. Just the paw seems to cause it difficulty.
Okay. Are you okay?
And after talking to the dog was happy with a replacement paw.
Okay. You okay, Giant? I just look at Giant, just say... Just to see
I just says that.
That's it.
Of course, the vets here have speak with animal.
Oh.
Makes it so much easier to help an animal if you can talk to it.
Okay. I'll spend whatever time before we head off just to work with Giant a little bit. Fang might get a little bit jealous, but I'll try to make sure he
Well, you see that Giant now has a mechanical paw.
Ooh.
He's bigger, faster, stronger than before.
I have a close look at it. Ooh, that looks pretty...
It's shiny.
It's shiny. Ooh. We tested out in the pits down at the Gorum kind of centre, and ooh, that's a bit vicious. Oh, okay, okay, good one. And I just So I'm trying to work. I'm used to just looking after one. Yeah, I'm looking after two. So I'm getting my hands ahead around.
You're looking after 2 to 5.
Yeah, 2 to 5. Yeah. I seem to have to buy extra trees before I leave the city too. So. But while we do the travel to Sandpoint, I would train, because Fang knows how to hunt with me. I'm trying to train Giant to do the same thing. So.
Though apparently Zarthrop seems to be riding Giant at every opportunity.
Zarthrop
Keeps strapping it.
I said you need to ask me first before you ride Giant. Okay.
The saddle. Yeah.
Okay. I say that after the second time. I'll catch him at it. I say, can you please ask me first, so I at least know what's going on. Okay.
Didn't I do that already?
No, you didn't.
No, he
You
didn't.
sure?
I'm sure.
He did it when he put the saddle on there, saying, "Yep, I'm riding it
I
now."
believe he did that in Hollow Mountain.
Otherwise, we might have to have a 2 versus 1 situation with Fang and Giant and you, which I'd rather not have to do because you're a nice person overall.
Actually,
Occasionally,
maybe Giant likes it.
I don't know because I can't speak with animals. So,
That's a good question.
so
No, Giant hasn't rolled over on him.
I go.
Or deliberately run at low branches.
When Zarkov's on there, I'm sitting with Giant. I just try. If you accidentally do bite him, I have no problems with it. Okay, so if you want to, it's up to you. I just say the Giant's here. So. Because it's like a typical Zarkov just does things without asking people. So yeah.
Oh no, he made the statement in Hollow Mountain and assumed that was all he needed to say.
I know.
Is that correct, Jeremy?
That's right.
Yeah.
When at a hit point at that point, it says, yeah, well, that's done deal. Good.
During the trip,
All done.
and pretty much moving forward, my character's going to intermittently spend time with you discussing your god.
Okay.
He does actually seem interested.
Cool. We've got a convert.
Right.
Well, you do notice he does have a special holy symbol of Pharasma.
Okay. So he's already been blessed.
Not normally given to priests.
Well, not normally given to non-priests.
Oh, it's given to non-priests a lot. It's just rarely given to a priest.
So,
Yeah.
how many days to Sandpoint is it?
It's about, depends on how fast you travel. If you're going leisurely, it's 2 days. If you're going with intent, you can do it in 1.
Would I have time to, if it's doing leisurely, would I have time to maybe get some skinning along the way kind of thing as such?
Yeah, in other words, it's leisurely because you actually are now out and about.
Oh yeah, no, like you can't, I get distracted easily, the rabbit, and it's like that, things like that, so. Because
Squirrel.
I said it's what I feel comfortable with, I can feel back to nature again.
Okay. Though, the thing that does disturb you is there's burning hoof prints in the ground every now and then.
Burning hoofprints.
Yes, and
Maybe someone's running a nightmare in the area.
I might mention the first night. If I've noticed it on the first day, I might just go. Anyone else notice this? And I've got some skills for tracking and things like that. I might notice more than the other people, I think, being a hunter, but I'm going, hey, anyone else notice this? And see if I get any answers from anyone. But if I get nothing, then I just go, okay. But yeah, I'll provide all game and food, so everyone's quite nicely fed every night before we get to Sandpoint.
Who does the cooking?
Yeah, our characters are bewetted, just letting you know.
Yeah, you just need to say I do.
How dare you?
We suggested Sandpoint as the honeymoon, so.
I
You will have me to play your character.
I thought the stipulation was you don't marry me off.
He didn't marry, he just had the whole, you're engaged. That's not married.
He didn't marry you off, he married you too.
I did that,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You're also missing your hand
No.
because
Why?
he's taking your hand in marriage.
But actually, better news, we actually got out of the dungeon, so.
Oh, wait. I was going to ask if you all died.
I was the flower boy, by the way, as well. So, yeah.
Oh, you're a black boy? Oh, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
I think to be
And don't worry, he married one of your alternate identities that don't really exist, so you're not really married in the eyes of yourself.
Oh, good. Well, that's good.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
be.
gonna have to watch the game back.
So what about?
So, any monsters that we've been hunting to cook?
I've got a couple of rabbits and maybe a boar if I was lucky.
That's going to be interesting because we haven't been eating that. We've been eating monsters.
I know, but I'm just.
Delicious in dungeon.
So I've got the felt like all the skins kind of thing because that's my my
That's
side
your
job. My side job. But I bring the meat over. Okay. Yep, they're cooking again, and just put it straight on your lap. So.
Apparently you're the cook.
Yeah, no, I'm happy cooking.
Okay, so
Hey, because I can also bring up fresh water.
So what are you doing to cook? And which is your freshwater spell?
Well, break water. Or I could do pity that where is it? Rousing Splash doesn't really last that long.
So you have the create water. Okay, so it lasts for a day.
So I'll let you work out how you want to cook it. I'll just get the meat and keep the skins for side business.
Do you also have create food?
No, I don't have great food.
I do like it here that says most small creatures eat 1/4 as much. I believe that they're inferring that halflings are not most small creatures.
No. More stomach than halfling.
Okay, so yes. The travel is relaxing except for the disturbing hoof prints. Is that elaborated on by Parry or Willie?
The hoof prints?
Yeah.
I report that I've
Yeah,
seen
we've got some footprints.
While I've been doing some tracking for the food, I noticed there's some hoof prints around the place. And I didn't know, so I just asked the question.
Burning hoof prints.
Burning hoof prints.
Sandpoint devil. Actually, my character says, nah, Sandpoint douchebag.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Looks like Willie has learnt the trick. Don't say the name.
I don't know about that. My character's looking to insult.
Okay.
Hey, the more you say the name, the more you become its servant.
What?
That's how a lot of devils and demons work.
Okay. Okay, well, okay, well, you seem to know about it, I'll let it go. Yeah. And I just have a nice leisurely trip and, some food for the pets, some food for the party, so.
Yeah.
I do know this giant's killing technique's much better than Fangs at the moment, for some reason. The mechanical hand, so.
Well, it doesn't actually improve anything. It just gives it its mobility back.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So it's a dwarven prosthetic that gives back what was lost.
Oh, is M still there? Or? No?
M is technically there, but is on mute.
Okay.
She's there, but I think she's driving home.
Oh, she okay. I don't worry. Okay. You can tell her when she gets home about what happened to Giant. So I don't want to get involved with it.
As a silly question, the magic items we find and hand off to the Pathfinders, generally they're just for Pathfinder use.
They will generally make them available again if you need them.
Cool. Alright.
And that's the same with most of the items they give you. When you don't need it, they'll generally make it available to those who need it.
Yep. So it's just more record keeping. So I'll just put a line through it. No big deal. Cool.
And if they think that you need something more than you've got, they may actually go out of the way to improve what you have.
Nice.
Basically, they invest in their people. And if you want money for items, they will generally buy it. Which is where they generally do the money between levels and say, here's money to go towards your advancement.
Yeah, fill in the blank. Yep. Cool.
And at 200 gold, that's almost as much as your entire kitty's worth. The difference between level 5 and level 6 is about 220 gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which puts it out to about 450. Sort of says just how big a jump it is between those two levels. Okay, so does anyone want to give the Ross a rundown of what's happening in Sandpoint lately while I duck to the bathroom?
Okay, so in Sandpoint, it's all Cordar's family.
Yep.
Who are linked in some way to the Jade Regent kind of adventure too, but yeah, it's not. But also is Willie's wife, who's part of the local Hell Knight Conglomerate, I think. She's a Hell Knight priest, I believe, is that right? Is she a priest or something? Or?
No,
Priestess.
Priestess, yeah.
not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, she's a knight.
Oh, she's a knight, okay, yeah. So, when we come to town, we'll probably go visit Cordar's family kind of thing, and pass over what we need to do in regards to her grandma. I think it was, who was the other one? Jeremy, you can remember all. You should know him by now.
Right.
So your I can't remember your grandma's name. That's all. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Then there was the cheeky elves, I think, and then there was my ex character's lover, his life.
Yeah, exactly. So, certainly, yes. Sandpoint has a number of notable NPCs.
Yeah.
Including, depending on whether they've left the Jade Regent yet or not. But,
Yeah. And a douchebag that leaves burning footprints.
Yes.
And you hear whispers about how everyone hates Sparky as well. So around the place.
Oh no,
that's
they're-
soon. That's soon going to be.
I'll beat up, yeah.
The one they hit the most is Kangasero there.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
He kept kicking
Kangasero.
down doors.
Yeah, but
That was how he entered someone's house. He kicked the door down off the hinges.
so
Sparky just caused random damage.
yeah, still there's a few locals that didn't quite appreciate the local damage from memory. But yeah, so we'll probably first visit Cordar's family, and we'll introduce you guys probably introduce the members to us kind of thing, Willie and Parry, I think, and we'll even Scar will pay my respects kind of thing to the family, saying he was a great warrior, he decided a warrior's death, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
As you reach Sandpoint, you see at the front gates Lady Rose Kenobi.
Ruby.
Ruby Kenobi. I keep forgetting which one is which because I got so many games where they have so many names that are similar.
Yep.
Ruby Kenobi is currently in deep discussion with a rather familiar looking elf.
It's not the depressed, morose.
Not that one.
No.
You know how you couldn't
I-
sarcasm for a while?
Yes.
And remember how there was this elf who was extremely sarcastic? To the point of literally attacking certain party members? You do recognize Shalelu towering above your wife.
Yes, I hate this bitch. Well, not hate. She's just a big, huge pain in the ass.
You're a pretty good friend of Cordar's.
My character sort of stops and
The Cordar's family.
looks like what? Because I've still got the wanted poster.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get it framed and put up in my house at some point. I'm thinking, what the hell is going on here? So yes, I'll move down there rather quickly if I can.
So as you run to catch up, you hear Ruby saying to Shalelu, she will waive the wanted as long as she agrees to her terms. And Shalelu agrees. There's even a handshake.
Wow.
Disappointed. Very disappointed.
You okay, Willie? I ask you if I see your disappointment.
I'm fine.
And Shalelu sort of glances in your direction, just gives you one of those winks of smugness as she walks into the town. And you can hear her whisper, "Kill you later."
The world is just pain. Just pain. So, dear, my love,
You're back!
I am.
And you're alive!
Yes.
Still.
What's going on?
A lot of things are happening.
I
I hear you're bringing the body back for proper burial.
We are.
Did you remember to bring it?
I did.
That's good.
What is this about?
Oh, you'll find out big things happening. Don't worry, you'll get to wear nice robes.
Will I?
Not much underneath. But that's for later.
I give the strange look.
Captain steps in and goes, "Anyway, dear," give her a hug and a kiss. Good
And
to
she
see
does,
you.
she does the whole pick you up sort of thing, which he likes to do.
Yeah, she's much stronger than I am.
You hear giggle from. You hear a deep kind of orcish laugh at the back there.
Yes, I've got a lot of things I need to fill you in on as well, my dear.
She's happy. She's got a lot of things to fill you in on too, including the twins.
Anyway, I will see you at home, and yes,
All good. Big celebration for tomorrow.
I'm sure you'll fill me in when I get home.
Plenty to fill you in on, she says. Gives you the big pat, smack up the butt as you go by.
Woo!
I'm kind of intrigued to ask questions, but I don't want to. I just have a look at his wife on the way past and just go, and just follow you anyway. So.
She is.
And as you gotta go past, she goes, "And who are you entering my town?"
Oh, I'm Scar. I've
You were scarred, yes. And what was your name?
Scar.
You remember Giant?
Oh yeah, I remember Giant. Giant was fantastic. We had a good conversation while you were asleep. You promised to look after you.
Yes, unfortunately I couldn't do the same.
Yes, as you see, unfortunately.
And apparently he has a gnome now. I can fix that if you need me to.
I'll leave that to him.
Whatever you want to do with the gnome is fine with me, I say.
Oh, okay. She does one of those smiles that Willie just knows is going to be an interesting night.
The character goes, looks at the gnome and goes, "If you're interested, buddy, it's fine by me."
The gnome, right? No, not having to do with my pets, just the gnome. Okay, I'm going to double check that.
She says she can't make promises.
That's what I said. I'm now looking after Giant and I introduced Fang as well. So, at the request of Goron. So, yeah, we're doing that.
Oh, and apparently you have the blessing of Lord Hank as well.
Yeah. Who's this Lord Hank?
Well, if you need to ask, you're in trouble.
Oh, okay. I might talk. No. Okay, I'll let it go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we better go to Cordar's family to pass over the what we need to do. Yeah. Oh, nice meeting you, by the way. Yeah.
Nice meeting you too. And then she goes, "And you are Mr. Priest?"
Yes, I'm Andre.
Andre, and are you presiding over anything in particular while you're here?
I am with this party at the moment. I can preside over the festivities if needed.
Unfortunately, we have that covered.
Yes.
As you are not a devotee of Desna, we will not be needing you to preside over the services.
Yes, which is...
As Cordar was a devotee of Desna due to his family. And she always makes sure that the people of her town get the proper burial. Even if she doesn't agree with it. So, welcome aboard. And then she goes and looks at the gnome and goes, "So, Mr. Gnome," I'm assuming it's a Mr. Gnome. She says it's hard to tell sometimes.
You got to collect them all, literally.
Well, she sticks her hand out to shake.
Okay, yeah, we're passing through. Always meet new, see new places.
You see, you've gotten yourself into a pact with a creature, she says.
Yeah. Always valuable to get source of knowledge.
What is their view on demons or lights?
Says knowledge is always useful, especially when you get the better of the deal.
Look up Hell Knights after you.
The gaining of knowledge is always the better of the deal.
Anything that's evil, bad kind of thing. Or,
They're also very extremist.
Hell Knights have the one rule for breaking their laws is execution. They do not have.
Yeah, you only break their laws once.
each order has a different
view on what
Focus.
their laws are.
Yes.
They don't follow the laws of society or other religions. They follow their order's rules, and if you break it, you die.
What is it? Is it chain here or nail? I can't remember which one.
There are two here. I can't
Okay.
remember which one they're on the site.
Yeah. Okay, but there is different areas of, so have a bit of fun and researching that. So hilarious.
There are 20 different orders currently in Varisia, when there used to only be one.
So it's splintered.
No, they didn't splinter. They were all there originally. They came here from mass migration when the Runelords woke up.
So some do demons, some do other things. So it depends on which ones and what they, I suppose, look after is the best thing. Right? So.
And they don't ask to be invited. They just show up.
There's a particular group in history that I don't really know, but there would be kind of heretics maybe. No, I don't know what you want to call it that one, but yeah, depends on how you look at it. So yeah, but they definitely read up on it. You don't want to mess with them if you don't have to.
Oh, I knew that, and you didn't want to mess with them.
Anyone that has the title Hell Knight is at least 9th level. That's the requirement to get the title.
You married up.
Oh, she's much too good for me. Much too good for me.
Well, she invests in her future.
Even her brother, Sir Hemorrhoid, is much better, much too good for me.
Is that his name, or is that name that you gave him?
That's the name I gave him. Because he's a
And he
pain in
keeps
my ass.
and he's quite happy to carry around Sir Hemorrhoid as his title from now on. Because he doesn't care. The name is meaningless to him. But it reminds him of Willie, and it just makes him laugh.
He's the one who effectively, nicely I'd say the word convinced, but forced the marriage. He was basically telling me, you're not good enough for my sister, and if you do anything, etc., 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 I'm going to do you over. And I'm like, awesome! That's awesome!
Well, you're 2nd level at the time or 1st level?
I think I was second. Yeah. And he was again still like 9th. So yeah.
Okay, so showing up to Cordar's house, there's it's packed. There are wagons outside on the street. Lots of horses in the area. Lots of jovial excitement. And you're welcomed in as family.
Oh, yeah, I'll try to.
Even your friends are welcomed in as family.
Okay.
And even your acquaintances who are travelling with you are welcomed in as family.
The pets,
Even a stranger passerby is welcomed in as family.
Are the pets allowed inside?
You haven't got Kangasero with you, so you're welcome to his family.
Nice.
Any pets allowed inside, or do I have to say outside?
They don't care.
Oh, okay. I'll bring them in, and I'll try to introduce myself to.
You get hugged by half the people, except for the elf. She just stares at you with that death stare.
Is that the one we met outside?
Yeah.
I give her. I'll try to have a conversation with her, if I can. But
You look too much like a goblin, she says.
a goblin. A
He's
goblin's this size. On this
he's a
side,
bit tall for a goblin.
and
I can fit more arrows in you.
Does it get along with Charlotte or not? Oh shit! I'm fucked. Okay.
She didn't get along with the Friday night party because of Dooza and Quest and Margot.
And me.
You less to an extent, but because you were travelling with them, she gave everyone the bad juju.
Does she say anything about Giant while I'm there? Or?
Oh, she's quite happy to
Giant.
interact with Giant and Fang, but treat you as if you're a something distasteful.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll read the rest of the family, looking at going, what's wrong with this person?
So it looks like that she's an elf extremist.
Oh yeah.
She has an extreme hatred of goblinoids.
Yep.
To the point of murder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually put arrows into party members.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Shalala and Dooza actually got along after a while.
Yeah, you did, but she's not gotten along with the new orc who showed up because she's never met him before.
Oh, right.
So she's treating him the way she treated Dooza when she first met Dooza.
Okay.
Nah.
I got to work on that. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
I had a horse called Jerky, the horse, and I had to swap my horse, or give my horse to this piece of garbage. Elf.
And then it became jerky.
No, she actually liked the horse, which I didn't understand. But that was, I gave the horse to her so she didn't kill Quest, Goblin Thief?
Goblin thief, bard.
Bard, that's right.
But he was more of a thief than a bard, but hey, that's how it worked out.
Okay. Oh, anyway, I'll introduce the rest of the family, including
You stole a lot of cards.
I'm trying to remember the names, because I should know this one. Oh, yeah, I'm trying to... Oh, fuck, I should know this from my cage reading days. So I've just lost track of all the names now, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I'll go introduce the rest of the family, and Hale was a great honour that I heard about Corda, but I only met him, unfortunately, he's passed in, and yeah.
And they do have a big discussion about what's been going on and how they're looking at making a trip north.
So where are we?
You're in Sandpoint.
So see on the map, there's Magnamar on the bottom there.
There it is.
Yeah.
And you wanted to go up to the very top? You're bloody crazy.
They're going to.
No. He wanted to go. He wanted to go to the dragon. So we're at the furthest, nearly the furthest away from the dragon as possible.
He technically is, yes.
Well, can't you go down a little bit more and you just end up on the other side?
Well, technically, that's the plan of
that's
duty
usually
that
American theory.
the family's going on.
Ross's thing, that is what Shillelagh looks like.
Okay.
So think someone really tall, really lithe, and intimidating to most people, but seems to warm up to most of the family that's already here. Then you also have in the room a sort of jovial rogue who is introduced as Sandru, as also the master of the caravan, as they say.
He's not a rogue, he's a merchant.
So smuggler.
Varisian.
Well, he makes coffee.
Varisian, as in the sense of everyone sees them as merchants, thieves, smugglers, gypsies.
Yep.
Then you have Koya, which is the mother of Corda, and apparently a fighter known as Gorda who has gone missing. The hero that Corda was trying to live up to. And she is going to be leaving Sandpoint with the caravan and has donated her home to the Pathfinders.
Yeah, so I can look after the Temple of Wrath that's underneath the house.
Well, pretty much, yeah. She didn't really want to infect other people with that place. And she thought, well, hey, they could always have a home away from home here.
That's what people die downstairs.
Is the
And
what?
you also have the
So you've got dead people
local
downstairs.
barkeep,
That's where I died.
who is going to be heading off with them. Apparently, she discovered she was a princess.
Then you might see a...
nice.
And they've got a bartender guy that might be coming along as well, named Rory.
Well, apparently she left the bar to him.
Or Rory wanted to follow her whenever he wanted.
Well, in the other storyline she did, yes. In this one,
Okay.
he's staying behind.
Oh, poor Rory.
In this one, he had more sense.
Hey, I didn't know it was a shit. It's such a later.
And so she is literally royalty, even though she doesn't really give a damn about that sort of thing.
She's very sassy.
And giving a very bawdy song in honor of Corda and things he got up to as a child. I don't think there's any more in that list of people.
Is the priest here?
Yes, the priest is here, and that is his mother.
Yeah, she's
She is a priestess.
yes, yeah.
So is she the one who's going to be running the...
She's going to run preside over his funeral.
Okay.
In the traditional Desert way.
I'll have a quiet word with her if I can.
She's more than happy to have a quiet word with you as she takes you into the basement
I
with the vibrating stones.
I let her know that I've got the body, and I let her know that Cordar is where he's supposed to be. As in, he's passed on to wherever his soul was supposed to be. I assume Desna, but that's an assumption.
She has been informed by Desna that he has moved on, and that was a sign for her to move on. She no longer needs to stay here.
I'll miss you.
She'll miss you too, but hey, I'm sure it won't be forever. And if not, I'm sure she'll see you on the other side.
My character thinks about it for like much too long to be normal. My character goes, sure.
She doesn't
okay."
expect you to be in Desna's care, but hey, she's a traveller. Even in death, she'll still remain a traveller.
My character still seems very unsure. Like, I don't know what's going on.
So, based on my issue with Shaylu, I'm going to talk to the other ones just saying.
Yeah, Amiko is more than happy to chat to you and a bit, but he's a little aloof because hey, isn't really a great fan of orcs, having fought them as one of her main opponents and lost a chunk of her party to them.
Even that I'm saying I'm from, and that still doesn't. Okay, I'll as I said, I'm trying to find a way I can, just get in Shaylu because I like to be friends with her,
Well, she says it won't matter much. Shaylu's leaving.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yes!
There's a cheer coming from downstairs.
yeah, from downstairs it's like,
I wish her well on her travels. So yeah.
Oh, Shubak. We'll all be going together, she says.
Okay, well.
Why was there now a sudden sigh?
if I hear she's going north, I mention about the dragon because I just.
Don't worry, we're not going anywhere near the mountains. We're not that stupid.
Okay.
Hard to get a caravan over a mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. That's fair enough. Right. Anyway, I just go. Okay. Sure. Just in
And
case.
plus, there's a lot of orcs that way, and they don't really take kindly to travellers.
Oh, we're hard to get onto sometimes, but yeah. Okay. If you are going that way, just let me know and I'll put a good word in for you.
You're not good enough to face your dragon yet.
Excuse me, what do I do with this dragon? It's none of your business, I say.
Yes, it is, because I'm
Romancing the dragon will be the next adventure.
No, because who's going to be the one healing the crap out of you? Because you're going to try to take on the dragon regardless.
That is my destiny.
Yeah.
And he can't return home until he's dealt with the dragon.
That's right. Gorham's told me that.
Each of them has a quest that they have to do. And apparently the dragon's going to show up at some point now as the quest item.
Mom, just letting you know, Josh will be back in a minute. I opened the door and there was a meal.
Oh, I thought you said you opened the door and you got a face full of bugs.
No, well, no, that too.
Well, hey, at least you got all the plants that are going yum yum.
Mia was literally like walking around the corner as I opened the door. I was like, oh, bub. She's like, no, I don't want you, I want that. I'm like, oh.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I haven't been home all night. You just got more me.
Okay, right, anyway, so if you're sitting next to me and listening to this conversation and going, the dragon will be mine and it'll die.
Yeah.
No, I put my hand in front of you to shut up and I said, don't talk about it anymore, okay? And I just walk away from you. I'm very intent on my task with it.
I released the body to the mother,
Mm-hmm.
and I asked where the mayor is, the town or city mayor.
Oh, currently the mayor is your wife.
The actual mayor before my wife.
Oh, he's one of her lackeys that, she's one of her lackeys that goes off and makes things easier for her.
Is he here?
She's still working here. She's got a house on the other side of the city, town, place.
place. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was a city or well, it wouldn't be a city, but
It's technically a town of Sandpoint.
Yeah.
It's bigger than most towns, smaller than cities, but
not here today.
she probably will show up tomorrow. But has been kept busy by your wife because, well, your wife has a lot of demands.
She is very demanding. Yes. I feel for this person.
Apparently, this person seems to love the attention.
Yeah, my wife can do that as well. It's really an interesting skill.
Yeah. No matter how much she makes demands, everyone seems to want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it myself, but...
Well, you married her, she says.
Yeah, I know. I still don't understand that either. But, yeah.
And you have 3 kids now.
Yeah. Yeah, see? See how
I'm
it
sure
works?
there'll be more coming.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Seems she's destined to have a lot of kids.
Yes.
I'm glad not to hear this conversation.
Hopefully some of them will be mine.
All of them will be yours.
Yeah.
And if you happen to die, she has ways to bring you back to make sure you keep doing it.
Hopefully I didn't hear that.
And she has threatened to drag your soul from wherever you end up just to bring you back.
Yep, that sounds like my wife.
Yes, I've heard that some of the caretaking angels of souls are rather wary of her at the moment. Just had words with them.
Yeah, if anyone can intimidate Phrasma, I'm sure it's my wife.
Yep, I'm sure it's her too. Even Desna's wary.
Anyway,
Yeah, maybe you should have used that as a bargaining point. You don't want to piss my wife off.
Stop on my wife will shoot.
Yeah.
I head back up to the party.
Yep, it's in full swing. Shilelu is basically singing along with Amico. Actually, a pleasant song. She sees you and does a really shrill note for you.
Yeah, I'll just go into find some beer and just start drinking. Give a bit to John and bang as we go. Yeah.
There's plenty of beer.
Yeah, I'll just make sure the pets are well dog safe too.
Okay, so they are having a big celebration, all you can eat, willing to feed absolutely everyone who comes because come the morning they're packing up and leaving after the funeral. And you find out it's a double funeral. It's basically doing the final goodbye to Koya's mother as well as to Korda. And by laying them to rest, they cut their ties with the town completely.
Okay.
So did you guys want to get up to anything overnight?
Well, I don't know this place, so not really. I'll be drinking till possibly till my pets start looking a bit. I see more than one. Okay, which is usual. And yeah.
I just gotta clean up some stuff from my cat.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just be handful of drinks. When I feel a bit tipsy, I'll see if I find a place to sleep with the 2 pets. You know, okay, give me cuddles.
We're heading off after this.
I think we had to clear this up first, and that was the main thing.
Yeah, but
My cat's currently hiding. She just pooped on the couch. I could smell it. I knew it was there.
That's fair enough. So, yep, I'll just have a few drinks. You know, enjoy the party. Yeah, just talk to everyone. Keep your shadow of the eye. And, yeah. Trying to work out what I've done. That's what Scar would do. Just enjoy the festivities. You know, good meeting new people. You know, and yeah, just you know, do that kind of thing. So I don't know what you guys are going to do. I'll leave it up to you guys, but I'll just gotta when I get close to tipsy, I'll just go find a place to sleep and just zonk off for the night. If it's the front porch, if it's the inside of the bedroom, if it's down the basement, if they're not, then that's so bad. So, Mar's not here to hear that, so it's okay. That's it. I don't know much about this town, so I don't really have anything to really do. So.
Well, Zarthrock will be taking the opportunity as, hang on, we're in the house that has the Temple of Rapid underneath it, so he can actually find his way out of the basement and get through there, because obviously would have read about it in the report from Cordar and the other Pathfinders about, oh, hang on, there's a Thassilonian relic down here, so he's going to be going down to the basement and spend time coming in the temple.
Okay, it's definitely vibrating, so you think there's something odd about that?
Mm.
Right, the gnome's going to get us into trouble again.
And from what research you've done, it's because someone has modified the portal.
Was there any information about that in the report from the Pathfinders that they were doing any changes or modifications?
The Pathfinder Core had connected it to the Pathfinder network.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, they've been added to the network in that sort of way, yeah.
Which was a modification.
Yeah. But the way the portals work, Porter was the only one who could actually activate it, wasn't he?
He was the only one who activated this one, yes.
Yeah. For example, we're going to then be taking advantage of the thought of, oh, well, okay. It's obviously causing a feedback of some sort, but it's apparently not dangerous because it's been activated for quite some time and it's been processing and that got away. So we might actually examine it and see if we can work out if you can actually get it to allow others, particularly himself, to use the portal.
He can, and one thing you do learn from your conversations with Thybodos is that the more of these you subvert, the worse it will get. As they were already connected to a network, even if you can't seem to activate it.
Yeah. The other portals that were the like teleportation site that had been other characters were set up to get back to Magdamar and things. Have they all been set on old portals, or is it like I say? I'm thinking Cordar's was purely hey, it happened to be in the same location you want, but the second one interfered.
Each of them was on.
But technically, it wasn't actually required, was it?
Each of them was on an existing portal, and they had technically taking it off the network it was already on and putting it on a different network.
Okay, so there was no new portal being created.
The only new portal was inside Magdamar's lodge.
Okay, yeah. So this is something the Pathfinders have been doing all over the continent.
It's so much easier to subvert another portal than create a new one.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000% cheaper or more.
Yeah, no, that's fine then. But in which case, presumably the vibrations on this particular portal aren't unique.
It was found in Parry's portal in Riddleport, in Pimwinkle's portal in Magdamar, in Corda found it here, and it was found at Quest Portal in Runelport, and Roderick's Cove, and in the portal that was found in Corvosa and used.
Yeah, but it also equally it's happening in other like areas, not Varisia, other Pathfinder groups that have been activating portals.
They have, but they have been doing it on a different network. So the network you're doing originates. Start points and end points were all in Varisia.
Right. Okay. So yeah, the vibrations are a unique thing to the Varisia network, and yeah, cool. Happy with that. Yeah, I thought we'll certainly be making notes and reporting that possibly the society may want to actually slow down on reactivating the Runelords networks in Varisia.
And there was a warning on using the one in Karmagar.
Mm-hmm.
If that one is subverted, it's going to cause a major rift.
The one
Right.
I reckon the one. No, this is just me being outside of character here. The one in Magnum Art with Pinwinkel shaking all the time. It's not the portal. And I think Jerry knows where I'm going with that one. So cool.
Well, it was shaking before he got his ransom of. Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely shaking different now.
But that's right. Pinwinkel's left a note on the outside saying if this portal's rocking.
Yeah.
No, come in. More the merrier.
Well, they would say that actually.
Yeah, so for the knockers, come straight in. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So that's me. I'm not sure what anyone else. Anyone else doing anything else here for you?
I stay for a bit, but yeah, I'm not really characters are really much of a hang out with other people. So when I feel it's a reasonable period of time, I leave and go home. I've got my kids and my wife to catch up with.
They more than happily greet you en masse.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely surprised at the exuberant welcome.
My kids are still fairly young.
Daddy!
I don't know any better.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm looking to talk with my wife about what's going on.
And she has a candid talker to you around the kids because they're too young to care.
So eventually they would put them to bed.
Can I congratulate her on her promotion?
Then you get.
Well, she's been the mayor of the town for quite a while.
Yeah.
Last time I was here, Sparky had a debt with the city, or with the town. But it was being handled by the ex mayor. Is that still the case?
That is still the case. She does handle most debts of the town.
Okay, I'll talk with her tomorrow.
I'm sure she'll be happy to chat to you.
And I spill my guts.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. This is what's going on. We're doing this. We're doing that. There's some horrible shit. Look at this thing. Fucking Lich. What the hell?
She does give you a lot of commiseration. She says she'd even have trouble with a Lich.
Yeah, 10,000 years. What the hell?
Something that old would be very hard to kill permanently. And if you do manage to kill it, it will just come back and really mess you up.
Basically, that's what its goal is, to revenge everybody who's wronged you.
Yes, and there would be a lot of people. Sometimes just existing is wrong to them. You're alive! You're wrong.
I'm pretty sure it's got some more specific targets in mind, but yes.
Judge death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I can't see.
What is it? The crime is life. The sentence is death.
So she gives you a blow by blow of everything that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Not a huge amount has changed here. She's just been doing the overseeing management, overseeing the cathedral, making sure the other gods were welcomed back in, and didn't feel excluded. Changed her heart from a few years ago where she kicked them all out.
So what brought that on, my dear?
Oh, well, she thought she can't stay here forever, so if she's going to leave, she should at least put it back into some form of order before she goes.
True.
And even if she's using it as the base of operations, she shouldn't dominate them and force them. While it's fun, it's not really her way.
Who are you and what have you done with my wife?
Oh, she's leaving that for the more important things. Yeah, she's got word of a couple of demons that they're dealing with. Having run amok from a group who went to...
Okay, just gonna. I already know what you're gonna say, and yeah, okay, fair enough.
So, when she does those sort of jobs, she generally puts all her affairs in order before she goes.
Wise.
Because not everyone comes back from those.
No. Well, if there's anything we can do to help, or if I can do to help, let me know.
Oh yeah, she'll think of plenty of things overnight, she says.
I've got a feeling that somehow Josh is involved with that.
Yes. So what's this with the elf?
Which elf? Oh, that one. Well, she was saying she will play nice as long as she can enter for the day for the funeral, and then she'll leave and never come back. I went, sure, she can live with that.
So is the wanted poster still...
If she comes back, the wanted poster is still in effect.
Okay, good. Alright. Okay.
But while she was a good friend of Corda, probably one of his only true elven friends, as he was a mix to begin with. She will definitely represent the elven interests of the ceremony of whatever the hell they do with Desna, she says. Yeah, she'll try not to mock. Loudly. Try, she said. Very hard.
Fair enough. Alright. So yes, the night...
And she did have a few words with Lord Hank. Apparently you died a couple of times.
When?
When you lost your sarcasm for a while, she said.
Oh, yes, that. You were aware of that, weren't you?
Yeah, she was, but Lord Hank had a thing of discussing it with her.
Okay. And then, for whatever reason, it came back spontaneously.
That was the discussion. He didn't take her threats too well.
Ah. I knew there had to be a reason why that happened.
Apparently the cats were on her side, not his.
Good kitties.
They missed the sarcasm too. Apparently squeaky noises was not their fun thing, it was too high-pitched.
Yeah.
I did call you Squeaker for a while.
Understandable. Okay, so I go to bed, get up in the morning, I go off to the bakery, I grab a thing of pastries.
It's different to the Riddleport, to the Roderick's Cove one, but still good. And there is everyone in the streets today having a very big celebration, loud music, streamers. It feels more like a celebration than a funeral. But considering who's responsible behind the planning of everything, she's not the sort to be sorrowful about those who lived their life. And on to his next big adventure.
So the majority of the funeral is fun performance pieces and people enjoying themselves, all in Cordar's name.
If I randomly run into the ex-mayor, I'll have a quick word.
She does run into you. Apparently she was seeking you out. Says your wife said you wanted to talk to me?
Yes. There was a debt to the town.
Yes, that was the boat repairs that you said you were going to pay back.
I thought it was more than just boats.
Well, it was a ship, but boat, ship, she's not really nautical.
Okay. My understanding is that the debt was somewhere around 1,000 gold.
She pulls out her notebook, starts flicking through it. 1,000 gold will come
I
out.
think just.
Okay.
I think just.
I pull out the nutsack, grab the large gem. There you go. That should cover it.
Sure, we'll call that even.
Sweet.
Puts a line through it.
Awesome.
And she heads off to the bank.
There's some
Yeah, I'll follow her there just to make sure. I'm not expecting anything, but
Well, it's technically the town hall, and the basement of the town hall is the vault.
yeah.
And she's the only one in the town who has access to it.
Oh, okay.
But she's happy for you to come.
I'll
down
take it
with
to
her.
the town hall.
I know she takes other people to it as needed, but she's the only one who can open it,
Ah, okay.
and she has to be willing.
Somewhere in the world there's a relief by Spark.
So, Sparky's debt is now paid off. Yay!
Sparky can now move on.
Well,
Well,
not that
Sparky's
bad.
moving down.
Yeah.
Sparky's not going up, unfortunately, no. Or on. Down, yeah.
Sparky had already sold her soul.
But after that, the only way is up.
Yeah, so
At least it wasn't to Lamas 2 this time.
No, I did a little bit better this time, yeah. I'm getting better at it, yes. Yeah, the first one I promised.
You,
no.
you sold your soul to a devil.
Well, that makes you score, trust me.
And let's face it, by the time you sold it a few times, it wasn't worth much.
Definitely better than.
And I'm sure there were quite a few saying, but hey, I've got the ticket for that soul.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what, you wanted to be a kaiju?
Well, I had to make a decision. It wasn't the best one at the time, so I just went with it, okay? So otherwise, Sparky would have been dead earlier. So. Because that game went through my head at the time. So I thought, oh, I'll just give it one more go, and then probably shouldn't have. So, yeah.
Which is what you said about Pinwinkle as well.
Yeah, I know, but I'm learning that, just with certain gods just don't come back, so, yeah.
It's very true.
Okay, so yes, they do have a sort of plaque in Corda's honour put on the wall of the Rusty Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out from the new owner that he's donating it to the Pathfinder Society because he's jumping on the wagons before it leaves.
He is going to follow up.
If I met him, I go, what a tool. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, he doesn't want to be left behind.
Well, no, if Miko's around, do I notice anything between those two or not? Okay, cool. I just want to ask a question. Okay, love sick.
So the real issue for Willie, or rather Willie's wife, is now she's looking for a new barkeeper.
She's inviting all religions back in the town, is that what I heard?
Well, yeah, she's allowed the religions back into the cathedral.
Interesting. I wonder if a certain person will turn up. Yeah.
So yes, it is probably the strangest funeral most of you have ever been to, especially Andre. There's no preaching, no sermons, no wailing about the dead, and telling them that they should, think about what they've done and all that sort of stuff.
No, it's completely opposite.
Nothing about atonement or judgment. It's all about live life to your fullest and trouble. And as it's also part of the leaving of Sandpoint for quite a few people, it is a rather fitting tribute. And you do find that they have put a honorary plaque also in the cathedral for Cordar as one of the
favoured sons of Sandpoint.
Nice.
Right next
He
to
almost became the hero he dreamed of being, at least locally.
and next to that of his grandmother, who was the town wise woman. Considered one of the foundations of the town. And with that, they are. It sort of just peters off into small little gatherings as you see some people go to the gates to wave off the caravans heading out. There's about 5 caravans going, and you can see the bartender kid sort of sitting on the back of the last wagon waving.
He's quietly tucking in under the canvas, hopefully.
Yeah.
They're talking about how they're going to be heading all the way up to Brine Wall before they leave. Because apparently that was where her family inheritance is supposed to be.
Okay. Well, I'll be up there to wave goodbye.
And Shilelu is, waving to the town with that aloofness of, I'm glad I'm leaving you, ingrate, degenerate sort of people.
I've got a big smile on my face. I wave to her.
And she waves back to you with never going to see your face again.
They're both
No
equally
way,
happy.
Oh,
Did she have Jerky the horse with her?
Yes.
Ah,
And Jerky the horse is looking quite strong and happy.
yeah, I know. I hate you so much, horse.
The barbarian horse.
Yes.
And has quite a reputation in the region for how well it's been dealing with things since it was taken over by Shilelu. It's become her animal companion.
Yes.
So not only is the barbarian horse, it's the enhanced barbarian horse.
Yes. It's an annoying enhanced barbarian horse.
Does that mean it goes into a rage?
It can rage, yes. Plus have companion abilities.
The worst thing is it kicked the shit out of me the first time I met it. It
Well, it was
very
your
annoying.
horse.
It was, and it still kicked the hell out
And
of me.
that's how he got stronger.
What is it with PCs and their bloody animals?
Well, they didn't bring it up. It was something that they had been given as a gift.
Yeah.
And it was just a surly horse that used to belong to a previous historic barbarian. And so it had some of its traits.
I mean, the real issue obviously is that Millie's just no horse, but you couldn't control it.
I'm not a big fan of horses.
There you go, okay? Yeah.
Okay, so after they leave, things sort of wind down a little bit, and they sort of ask if you guys are going to end up with any people you know who may look after your holdings in Sandpoint while you're away, or are you going to hire people?
I don't really have any. My wife and kids, and that's it.
As well, it's technically under the purview of the Pathfinder, so I guess that falls under M's character's jurisdiction.
Yep.
As a leader of the party.
Yep.
Oh, great. Or what was the question again?
You're now mayor.
No, not me.
Yeah,
you have a house and a bar to look after.
Like so, if Cordar's family, having just left town, donated or bequeathed their house to the Pathfinder Society, effectively to turn into a sort of local lodge. And the local barkeep, which was going with them, and the one that had been elected, decided to run off with them as well. So Pathfinder Society also ended up at the local, the Red Dragon Inn.
And there's also a deed that you find in the bar for the mansion up on the hill on the other side of town, because Amiko was the last family member in that line to that deed.
Isn't that haunted?
And
No, not that one.
Pathfinder
You
Pathfinder
said the
Society
one.
got.
Sorry, I missed what Jeremy said.
No, I was just going to say, by the sound of it, the Pathfinder Society should put some effort into finding relics of the past that indicate, oh yes, you're a princess. Go off and go and claim your kingdom and leave this stuff to us.
Well, technically it did through you guys. You did
Well,
find
that's
this,
right.
You did find the sword, give it to Amiko, and now she's off to claim her birthright with half the people who have left the town. And the other half who have come along were travellers who just wanted to go on a journey.
Yeah, although my vague memory is that they didn't need to stop at Grindhall, did they? Has Spectacle Party already gone to Grindhall to discover that inheritance?
No, they had not. They had in the storyline, they left Sandpoint to go to Grindhole. And then
So yes, I do remember now the caravan was left just outside Grindhall while we went in. That's right, yes.
But the key
So
to
that's
the
right,
inheritance
because
was supposed to
Amiko
be...
starts to sicken as we approach. Yes.
Well, the Pathfinder Society has money, right? So we may as well just hire people to help manage these estates, because Sir Silver, sure as anything, is not going to be dealing with that.
And apparently you're now the token elf of the town.
I'm the token elf of the town? That's sweet.
Because Shalelu has now left.
Oh, Shalelo's left as well.
But technically, even if she hadn't left, you would have been a token elf of the town because you were allowed in the town.
No, they probably didn't even see me walk in the town.
Well, they never saw Shalelu enter the town. She only entered via the gate this time because she was going to be there for the ceremony.
Yeah, right.
She didn't care that they had wanted posters for her.
Yeah.
Anyone who pulled out a wanted poster generally got an arrow as payment.
Yeah,
Speaking
that's
of
fair.
I want to spend some money to get a talented wood worker to make up a frame for the wanted poster, so I can put it in my home.
Yep, one of them does happily do that and even do the whole lacquer it so it's not going to deteriorate with time. So it'll always look pristine.
What's that going to cost me?
Considering who you're married to, they say they will do it at gracious, they say.
Yeah. Very generous. Thank you.
Well, it's either that or have a problem.
I happy to pay under the table, so she doesn't, my wife never needs to know.
Yeah, she has a way of knowing when people do that.
You could just accidentally drop it and just don't know, don't say anything.
Yes, but no one would be then willing to touch the coin afterwards.
There's benefits and disadvantages to my wife.
More people are afraid of her than anything else in this town.
Well, I will put it up in the living room of my home.
So he asked, would you like one that she's actually signed or the one you got?
I'll have both.
Okay. Because they pull out one that she signed.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
And she says it's actually signed with the blood of one of the Hell Knights she stabbed.
Oh. Still, that's pretty cool, regardless. Okay. That's awesome. That's got to be worth some money.
Well, it's better than the Goblin ones that she used to sign in because there's plenty of those.
Yeah, nah.
This one's rather unique. It's the only one she signed in Hell Knight blood.
Come on, you gotta let me give you some money for that.
No, I just want to see it in publicly displayed, and I can point out.
Well,
I gave that in.
That's right. I just want to see it put up in the lounge room of the leader of the Hell Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me come and
I
let me
pointed
come
out
and
to
see
my
you
wife.
hanging there one time.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome?
So he's quite happy to do that for you. He says it'll be done in a day or two.
Yep, that's great. Thank you.
And so everything in Sandpoint seems rather quiet while you're there. Now that the celebrations have happened, a big chunk of the people have just gone to catch up on 2 to 3 days of inactivity. There's always things that have to be done, and it was all put off while there were people here. And when a big group of caravans come to town, it is the time to stop. Or lose things.
After all the festivities, whatever skins I would have picked up on the way here, I'll try to set off any sort of local.
Yeah, a tannery is more than happy to trade you skins for other things you might be interested in. They usually don't deal in money through these towns.
What I need.
I'm suspicious of that cat after he's pooped.
You know, I think. What do I need? Have they got any like so? I got to pick up a couple arrows or something like that if they've got them lying around, just to use any ones I might have broken on the way, kind of thing. So
They give you a bushel of 20 arrows.
cool. That's all I want. Yeah. Cool. And, okay, nice doing business. Yeah. I do ask, is there any pelts that are after it all around here? So just in case I might see them around the place.
Yes, if you can get it, the Sandpoint Devil's Pelt would be a fortune.
Okay, and I'll just say okay. I don't say the name, which is okay.
It's a horse with flaming hooves and has flame coming out of its mouth
Don't you mean douchebag?
and screams a lot
I just say douchebag.
and has a habit of branding those that it makes as servants with its flaming hoof,
Douchebag. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
and then torments them until they die.
Douchebag. Yeah. Okay.
Has been known to pretend to be their mount on occasion too. There are all these legends about how it just completely screws with those it's intending to consume as part of its existence.
I've walked away by now. Sorry, you're not going to bite into this one? No. Nice try, but no. I've been through enough with a certain devil, so I don't think I need to.
Well, the thing is, at least he didn't do the other one where he's also has also appeared as pets as well.
No. I still have my pets.
Yes.
No.
You now have a pet pony.
Don't go there.
But this character hasn't been marked.
Yeah. I know, but I still don't want to get close to you to mark.
So marked hasn't been marked.
Mark's only been marked once, and that's all they beat me. One character, one devil. That's
Okay, so that day passes rather uneventfully. The following day has a freak insect swarm coming through town. A lot of people are happy because that's another form of nutrients for their animals and crops once they kill them.
Okay.
As long
Good
as it
source of
doesn't,
protein.
yeah, as long as it doesn't eat their crops is the main thing. So they go about capturing and trying to get them all. Don't waste not, want none is their motto.
So I do ask, I'll talk with you. Was there anything else Lady High want us to do? Have you?
And you do notice that Willie's the only one the bugs don't touch.
I think I know why. Even the insects know not to piss your wife off.
Okay.
Yes. Everyone's getting bugs flying in their face, crawling all over, and Willie just walks through and nothing touches him. Except his kids.
Yeah. Why do I all of a sudden I see, 5 panthers just going around that place? So.
Yeah, they were quite happy.
I don't know whether they would be.
Giants having a ball. Squish, eat, wag, swack.
Oh, yeah, I said I'll catch up with Willie just to see how it's going. Was there anything else we had to do here at all? Or?
Big thing was doing the last rites for quarter, and as it turned out to be, the mother, Koya's mother, and
Okay.
I'm sure it started with him, but my brain can't remember.
And just again, organising the people to look after and run the tavern, look after
The Kizitsu mansion.
Oh yeah, and the mansion.
You don't mind if I just go out hunting while you guys are doing that?
I don't mind.
Okay, I'm going out hunting because I get bored sitting in the cities. So, yeah. If there's nothing for me to do in the cities, I'm just going to go out and enjoy it. I've been in a dungeon for a year, so I think I need to get some. Yeah, go out. So.
Okay. As you go out, you do get warnings from the Hell Knights on the entryways that apparently goblins have been sighted in the area again.
Okay.
It's been
I'm not
years.
happy to come with you.
Oh, you want to come with me, do you?
Who's happy to go and wander?
Especially riding Giant.
That's right.
Goblins will be different to whatever we've currently faced.
I asked the Hell Knights any money for get rid of these goblins at all?
Sure, bring the heads.
Heads.
Yeah, so,
We don't really need the rest of them. But hey, try to keep the brains in the head because that makes it a nice delicacy.
I give them a side look at going.
Don't just make it easy anymore.
Okay.
The previous mayor went to ears, but we like the heads.
Yeah, fair enough.
Great bargaining tools.
Okay. Okay. I bring my dear alchemist along. I just if he just wants to ride Giant, I know, but it's just that I'll bring him along just for a bit of fun. As I said, I'll do a bit of hunting just to get some extra pelts in on and but if you see goblins, they're going to be, we might have to grab a couple on the way back just to help out the Hell Knights. So as I said, I just want to be out of the city for a bit, and I'm sure I'm going to get a talking to about history of all sorts of things from the alchemist while I'm trying to hunt things. So yeah.
Butterflies! Butterflies!
So yeah, so that's my plan for the day.
You have a day hunting. While he's doing that, there is a gathering of priests in the cathedral. As you've got priests from Desna, Abada, Gorham, can't remember the other ones that are normally there. Because it's part of the ceremony beforehand actually brought in a bunch of the old gods
Who been kicked out previously.
Okay, well I can see what I'm doing.
Okay, so it is Abada, Gosra, Serenray, Shallan, as well as Eristil and Desna. So there's quite a few gods in clerics in attendance. Amusingly, Pharasma doesn't have a shrine here. But you're welcome in their circle to discuss some matters. As they have discussing the fact that the Hell Knights are making them feel like it's back to their place again after they spent time cleansing the evils of the town. They shut down all the religions while they did that. They didn't want any interference.
Well, it's sort of understandable.
Not by their perspective. Because for 2 years they were unable to actually practice their religion. And they had built this cathedral.
So now it has to be re-sanctified.
It wasn't be-sanctified.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a bonus.
Because it has two more gods attached to it now. A Lord Hank and
Who's this Lord Hank?
They have that look at you, and if you need to ask, you really shouldn't know.
I'm not there, so I can't say that. Yeah, that's that question, but yeah.
I've been gone for over a year, so yeah.
So for the player's perspective, it is a former PC.
Yeah, I
Just in case it hadn't been said, but from the thing is, if you need to ask, you really shouldn't know.
Okay.
Basically, they don't invite anyone to know too much.
Yeah, fair enough. And the other one?
And the other one is the Lord of the Devils himself, Asmodeus. The All Hell Knights end up giving him service as part of their other religions.
Isn't there like 3 or 4 gods that form the...
Depending on which order.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, some orders actually forego Asmodeus completely and go for demonic entities.
Yeah, okay.
They're the ones that the others prefer to hunt down when they can. And there are some that abstain from any evil god and only will deal with good gods.
Okay.
But they're not always the nicest ones either.
No.
Because any form of not good is squished. What, you want to keep that money for yourself and not donate it? How dare you?
Yeah.
So yes, you do hear that there is a some form of plague happening out in Corvosa, and they're petitioning the Pathfinders to deal with it. They're not going themselves because, hey, it's a devil worshipping town, so they don't want anything to do with it. But Pharasma has a church there, so you should fit in fine.
Be with that church, I think.
Yeah, your previous character has, yes.
Yes, both previous characters.
Is silly question, possibly, but is there a priest of Hank?
There is a, well, technically no, your character represents Hank.
I represent Hank.
So you probably get dragged into the meeting too.
Fair enough.
And you keep asking, where's the priest of Hank? And they go, you should know.
Sure. Why not?
So is there a cat sitting on your shoulder?
No.
I have lots of panthers following me at the moment, but yeah.
It's just that Lady Dawn has not left this region yet, and that's the only current known cleric of Lord Hank at the moment. As his first official for Lord. So she's High Priest at first level.
Yeah, first level. Jeez. I mean, you got to start somewhere, I guess, but wow.
Well, Acolyte and High Priest at the same time. Can't you do last rites? Wow. Smash. Okay, they're done.
Oh, yeah, done.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes.
Paw of Hank.
Well, that's how we got
Very
the
true.
scars across his face. He was very disrespectful at one point.
Oh.
From Lord Hank's Kitty's perspective.
You can, that's why it's sarcastic. Probably would have
Well, you had tried to speak to Pharasma.
No. I did pray to Pharasma, and Pharasma tried to take me by force. Spiritual rape, some might say. And I went to Hank and went, what the hell? And he freed me of her corrupting influence.
What, by slapping you?
Well, by scratching. Yeah.
He has what looks like a fresh cat claw across his face.
Mm.
But it doesn't look like it's happened recently, and it doesn't look like it's healed.
It doesn't cause me any pain, so.
But hey, it is a recognizable thing, and it's the same symbol as Lord Hank on the side of the church. So it looks like his face became the first holy symbol.
Yes.
So Jeremy and I wouldn't know about this Cordosa thing, so I assume everyone else is with.
So once that's finished, you're free to go and tell the others about the good news. Hey, your wife suggested you go to Corvosa and fix this.
Sure.
Okay. After a day of hunting and discussing about
But
many
she
things-
says, you'll be fine, you won't catch the plague.
Sure. I'll be fine.
Your friends?
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, God tells me he can get me out of this, but he doesn't know about you.
You're pretty certain you're hot.
I'm not sorry. I'm good at making stuff to combat those types of things.
Anti-plagues. Alright, so I'll...
And one thing she does
Funnily enough.
give you as warning is beware the Rakshasa.
Oh, really? And she explains what the hell that is?
Nope.
Okay.
He says you'll find out.
I hope Parry knows what that is.
Parry probably knows them.
Okay.
Parry gets around.
So I'll go and have a talk to River since she's in charge.
Can I make an occultism roll on that?
You can.
And I'll let River know.
Okay, that's a 21.
21, yes, you do know that Rakshasa are fiends that are known to prey upon people and resemble cats with, wear cats with their hands on backwards. Is the only stuff you really remember about them.
Okay, yep, so explain just humanoid cats with their right hands on their left hands on the right, so like that.
Yeah. Weird.
It is a bit weird, yeah.
And they was it eating people? Souls, wasn't it?
Well, like all fiends, they probably feast on souls.
Yeah.
After tormenting them.
Yeah.
And you see that Willie is quite mystified for quite some time, trying to figure out what you're referring to.
No, characters does that what you and I'm like,
So if their thumbs are on their outside,
yeah.
They're evil.
So they can't.
They still function even if from their outside.
Yeah.
So they can't use two-handed weapons.
Yeah, they still can.
They
It's
still
just
can.
be just held differently.
Well, it's just the idea is, yeah, you can creep as if your right hand was on your left arm and your
So
left hand
instead
was
of
on your
your
right
hand
arm.
grabbing like that, it's grabbing like that on the outside.
Yeah.
So you basically have the hand like that, facing away instead of just facing the wrong way. Which would be great for AI artists to try to work out.
Well, they did it for Critical Role, and they did put that in there. So I know what you're talking about. So yeah, but yeah, it's So, but no, okay. Anyway, I'm not there. But anyway, I'll come back from my hunting thing and bring a few pelts or whatever. Yeah.
If we ever run into one, you can ask them.
Yeah. I feel exhausted by listening to my dear friend Gnome on poor Giant all day.
And what has Parry done during the whole day while the others were in hunting and clerical discussions?
Para was probably learning a new spell at that point in time.
New magic!
Range
Yeah,
review.
new magic! Ooh, level up magic, yay! Ooh.
Town-sized fireballs, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll get rid of the plague.
Burn everything.
Oh, I already know how to cast fireballs.
I know, but you can go for like a greater fireball.
So they've already burnt a whole
Yeah.
town down.
Oh, yeah, we have that one, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Right on.
Yeah.
Completely
Harry's gonna be
burnt to the
throwing-
ground.
Harry's gonna be throwing lightning.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
okay. I'll come back and just ask how the day was, and I'll assume I'll get updated by Willie and...
Rakshasa?
Rakshasa.
Kitties with their hands on wrong.
Pelts.
Humanoid.
I think Pelts straight
Oh,
away.
well, yes, humanoid, but with their hands on opposite sides.
I'm a hunter, I think skinning, I think I'm about tanning as a profession, so I think Pelts straight away.
Sure.
Does fiend pelts actually last, or do they dissolve?
It depends on if you kill them or send them home.
Yes.
So you will need to kill them. So you can't send them home, or you won't get the pelts.
Well,
What's the difference?
You have to kill them on their home plane to kill them. Otherwise, they come back.
yeah, so when you kill... mark here, when you got to kill it like on the abyss or whatever it is kind of thing.
Yeah, it's either in hell or abyss, depending on which place they've chosen as their.
If you kill them on our normal planes,
So they're not native outsiders.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
outside or outside.
Outside.
Cool.
Outside.
yeah. So if you kill them, they can come back and get cranky with you.
Mm.
Yeah.
But may not come back straight away.
No.
They'll find you back.
You get added to their naughty list.
So okay, cool. Okay, that could be fun. I say. Yeah. I'm interested. Oh, and I chuck you some more rabbit meat. So.
Apparently, you need to be more lucky.
Oh.
The more feet you have, I'm sure there's more luck involved.
I don't think it was lucky for the rabbit.
And I'm sure if you animate them and make them do stuff.
Animate? What?
I couldn't help it.
Okay. Well, as I'll have a few left over for the pets, and then I'll have to chuck the rest out. Oh, here's some fresh meat.
So actually, what is Phasma's view on animating things that are not that weren't sentient?
She doesn't care as long as it's not returning or dealing with souls.
Yeah, so animals, they don't really care whatsoever.
If you turn animals into skeletons or zombies, she cares.
Yeah.
That's different.
Because animals still have souls, all of their souls.
But you can literally animate a bone and hit someone with it. Is different than turning it into an actual creature.
What about a construct?
If you make a construct out of bone and animal, she won't like it very much.
Yeah, I was just trying to work out if because some people treat bones as building implements, and animating that is that a frown upon?
It's if you give the semblance of life to the dead, then she will not like it.
What about that too? About trees? To wood and that.
She doesn't. She's not the governor of trees, so
So
it's not part of her.
It's
thing.
got a heart, like if you know it's got a heartbeat. It's probably a bit of a
Yeah. So it needs to be flesh and blood, not of wood or
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I don't want you to.
She would frown upon a sentient tree being used as building material.
Yeah.
Cool. A non-sentient tree doesn't care. Well, at the moment it is sentient in any way. Say even if it's attached to a dryad and the tree is not sentient but the dryad is, she would still frown on that being used as
I
material.
thought they were treated as the same thing.
Not necessarily. Most people don't see the tree as anything special. For us,
Okay.
because it's part of a living group, part of a sentient living
Yeah,
group.
yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, so the ingredients of okay, fair enough. That's just okay.
Whereas a shambling mound that has no intelligence, she doesn't care about.
So I'll ask our gracious leader. Hey, elf girl, are we going on an adventure?
Oh, I guess we'll have to see, right?
Well, it's good to see you taking over again.
Did they actually specify what type of plague it was?
Bad plague.
Symptoms.
Symptoms, more
Death.
information, so I can work out a way
Just
of
go. I think I'm dead.
protecting
You
that.
drop dead.
And then I might have to go to our plague doctor outfit.
That's a long way to travel too, I'm thinking.
Once you get to Magnemite, you'll be able to traverse the network because they do have access to a place in Barbosa.
Oh, okay. I just think because I know what characters had the original stuff, and I thought none of them knew about it.
They've made an arrangement with a suspect sorcerer of some kind. Sorcerer, wizard, / who really knows.
Do like saying that.
Did we have a gate portal in Magnum?
You did, except Pimwinkle turned it into a Temple of Lust.
Yep. So and it's now called Pornhub.
You suck.
which was his mother's house too, by the way. So this doubles up as what sucks.
There's something wrong with you, my friend.
It wasn't my fault. My character went that way. It's all the dice.
Yeah.
It was all the dice.
His mother house became the sex temple.
Yeah.
Well,
Where sex was free.
You think Pinwick bad? His sister's worse, trust
So
me.
you can imagine just how many other places around town got very upset with Pinwinkle and tried to do something about it.
Yeah.
But no, Pinwickle's got a good backer, so it's okay. Yeah. Hey, look, of all things Pinwickle's done, his sister's worse, okay?
Yeah, she's the one who
That's
gave the
not
house.
saying much.
Yes, I know. It's not saying much, but I'm saying I'm just saying that.
The sister manipulated Pinwinkle quite successfully twice.
Yes, I know. But she was a bad, egg of the family anyway. So according to Pinwinkle anyway. But yeah.
Yes, but now you work with them.
Yeah, but I work for other people now too, so it doesn't. Whatever I do now is just like nothing.
okay.
So you don't want to meet Pinwinkle.
Yes. And this is the House of Hentai.
Yeah.
Well, you know which house it is because there's always people on the street going for it.
And also the tentacles as well.
No, just a lot of
No,
spanking.
that's only if you pay for it.
A lot of spanking and things like that. A lot of S&M involved with what Pinwickle gets up to these days. So.
Considering they can cater to any request.
Any means any request.
And succubus can appear as anything, so tentacles are definitely on the table.
Yeah, tentacles, also things,
Sounds like the Church of Calistria.
Calistria has a limits. This one does not.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
No.
If you can dream it, they can do it. If you want them to exceed your dreams, they will do it.
I'm very glad I created the
version of
character,
Field of Dreams.
but I can see it getting worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, safe word.
Pineapple! Pineapple! There are no safe words.
No,
Yeah.
no safe word.
Sorry, the place is not for me.
No.
Like I said, there are differences.
Yeah.
Well, what about the current party members? No one's really dealt with Pinwickle, really the current party, have they, really?
Oh, in this group, they have run into him a couple of times.
Have they? Oh, okay.
After you left him.
Okay, yeah.
He was more in the background, making things interesting.
And we're going to his favourite town. Yeah, great.
His hometown, yes. You're going to his turf.
His turf in Cordosa. Yeah.
Okay, so with that, we are past 10:30.
Okay.
So I will say we'll call it a night, and next session will be follow-up to Curse of the Crimson Throne with what is happening in Cordosa. Jeremy will have some memory of that.
Yep.
And you're level 6 as well. So.
And you will be level 6.
Okay, well, I'll sort that out.
And let me know if you want to spend some of that 200 gold you've got on upgrading items.
I was about to say, Martin, are you happy for Sandpoint to spend 160 on buying a +1 potency rune for his armour?
That is perfectly fine.
Yep.
That's why you guys were given the money. You just tell me what you want to put it on, and you've got that. But
I did figure it was, yeah.
But remember to keep some cash in reserve for buying things as you need to.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting extra cash to pay for stuff. That's the 200 is to tide you over for most of the 6 months, depending on what you find along the way. Okay, did anyone else want to add anything before we go to end credits?
No. We all survived this main thing.
Yeah, I don't know what we were worried about. I don't even know what we were worried about.
No, you don't. No.
Okay, going to end credits then.